for everything. Yeah, I think it's
muted this whole time.
I think it's muted. I think.
Yeah, muted this whole time.
Oh my!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saturday Brew Crew Podcast. We are live and in the flesh with our special guest, Chris, who is an active service member in the Navy and also a photographer. He's a very good friend of ours. We've known him for a couple years.
Yeah.
It's been really
Phenomenal photographer.
really wonderful knowing this guy.
We're actually using his lens tonight.
Yeah.
And it is my fault entirely that we had this muted.
Look at my fucking phone.
The internet lied. So what
The
about
internet lied.
what's wrong with your phone?
Isn't that a first?
Just take a honey pack. That's why it's throbbing. All the time.
We're not talking about the honey pack tonight. We just had some technical difficulties like every fucking weekend. This is Tanner the Tremendous and Tyler the Terrible right next to me.
Yes.
And we are going to have a very nice podcast tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different subjects. It looks like we're in the basement right now where Kurt Cobain was killed. We changed it up tonight so we can smoke cigars in here.
Yeah.
Chris.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, shit.
Go
So,
ahead, talk to him.
tell me about Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes. I mean, who doesn't want to go to Hawaii? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hear
So
about
for
it.
me, I left here in last year around March timeframe. Went on leave, spent some time with family, and I got to actually Hawaii in April. So been there for about maybe a year and a half. About.
So you've been soaking up all that sun,
Oh yes.
and you look almost as white as my fucking leg right now.
Look,
Look at my
I'm so white that I'm whiter than Mitt Romney in a snowstorm. Like if the lights were off, I would be like a glow in the dark stick.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know, man. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. That's funny.
yeah, but living there, there's a lot of opportunity to go sightsee, like whether you want to go hiking, go to the beach, snorkeling, or even checking out the coral reefs and the wildlife, like sea turtles and sharks. Because you can either cage dive or you can open dive over there.
Have you been doing that?
Oh, fuck no. I am terrified.
He said, I'm white, but I ain't that white.
I guess I'm that white. 'Cause
I'm that
in
white.
there.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to fucking go dive with some goddamn sharks, man.
Maybe
Dope.
cage, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, bro. Look, I'm white, but I ain't that white. I ain't going to go free dive with no great white sharks, man. Y'all,
I don't know.
y'all can have that. Tiger sharks, I fuck with some tiger sharks.
Yeah.
Free diving, yeah.
Always wanted to see a hammerhead. That'd be cool.
Cool story he's got for you.
Oh.
so it's not 100% confirmed.
Just say it is. Nobody's going to prove you wrong.
Okay, it is 100% confirmed.
Wade just confirmed it
110%.
now.
So one of the patrol locations that we have in Pearl Harbor, which is where I work, is it's in the back of a place called Westlawn, and it is said that that area is a breeding ground for hammerheads. Have I seen one? No. But it's a possibility. You know,
Right,
it
right.
always is. But what I've seen most over there is sea turtles. And I love sea turtles. 'Cause, I mean, they can be like smaller or they can be like fucking huge, like at least, I don't know, like 5 feet, like 5 foot tall.
Wait, what? You're saying
Talking about
sea
sea
turtles?
turtles right
Sea
now.
turtles. Like they get fucking huge.
Wait, you mean like if they stood up on 2 legs or like?
Yeah, like
just-
if they were able to
Oh,
stand up
okay.
on 2 legs, they're about like 5 foot.
Oh, okay, wow.
The biggest ones that I've seen. And why I love them so much is when they come up for air, It's
you
like-
choke them, huh?
I get my 6-pack ring and I just make sure
Yeah,
I
you
lasso them like I'm in a rodeo. They come up and they're all majestic and everything.
I mean, it's Aquaman over here.
They just like
Right,
they
sea turtles.
put their head up and they go, and you can hear it. It makes
Oh,
me
really?
laugh every time.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they breathe very loud, apparently. I told them to send me a video. Is it better?
So
Someone's here.
Yeah, no, they're friends. They're friends. They're here.
Who the fuck is showing up? Who is it?
So Shay invited his boys. His boys are gonna be down here.
Yeah, and
hanging out
Shay's
for a
not
little
gonna even fucking be here until
Shay.
12
So I
o'clock.
was like, hey guys, where the fuck is Shay? And they said, oh, Shay's dropping off a bitch. And I said,
Oh my god.
sounds about par for the course. Since Shay, never really pulls. He's always complaining about not pulling.
I'll let him
It
do his
sounds like
thing.
they're
then.
robbing your fucking house right now.
Well, no, it's fine. Hey guys, just duck down. Yeah, sorry, it's a little smoky down here. Just duck down and go over to the little couch right there. Yeah, you're good. Same thing, my man. Yeah, it's a little smoky down here. You guys smoke?
Cigars?
You smoke cigarettes, cigars?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, dudes?
So feel free to light one up. You said Shay's getting a bitch right now or dropping a bitch off?
Dropping a bitch off, yeah.
Really? In his monster truck?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking wild. Where's the cigar cutter, dog?
Should be right there.
Hey, is anybody else having any kind of technical difficulties with the audio right now? I'm getting reports right now that it's going in and out, but it could be the phone.
Oh, Wayne said he loves the setup because we're in the basement instead of. Yeah, it's probably the phone. So, Chris, the flight from Hawaii.
Me.
How was the flight? So he's from Hawaii. For you guys that don't know, he's Navy.
Oh, what part?
I'm from Bush, White House side.
North Shore? Nice. I live over in Pro City.
Oh, really?
So, being that you traveled all the way here from Hawaii, how were the flights? How were the flight attendants that whole night?
So, I went with American this time because
Okay.
majority of the time I've done like Southwest.
Because America's the only way to fucking go, all right?
America. And the flight, my first leg was Hawaii to LA,
Mm.
and then LA to Dallas and Dallas,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So for my flight from Hawaii to LA, they said the flight time was about, I believe, 6 hours,
Uh-huh.
but it felt like 4 or 5. So
No.
I think it might have had to do with the time difference, like the time change and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
And then from LA to Dallas, that was about 2.5 hours.
Now, on any of your flights, did you have any like absolute dime piece flight attendants?
No, the majority of them were older, but I do have a funny story.
What? I mean, were they gilfs? The grandmas you'd like to fuck, or are they?
Are we talking like Grandma's Boy with
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen?
Exactly. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I could have gone on one of the Wills or something.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Mile High Club, and then
Yes.
And yeah, Mile High Club and then fucking Millionaires Club, my guy. You weren't thinking. You got to open that brain up a little bit.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having sex in space?
I think that would be quite the incredible thing.
To just bust a nut?
I feel like
And
that
watch
would
it
be
just
difficult.
floating around
Bro,
or
a
some shit.
Because you
cosmic
can't get the
nut.
leverage.
Yeah, you can't get the leverage.
It would be tough. But like,
Bro,
if you had it strapped, you know what I mean?
But everything's
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
like everything's weightless, so like you could pull her toward you, and like the force you pull her toward you with, and the force you thrust your hips.
You
at,
just really become
And
one.
when you're hitting it right there, you just spin it around.
yeah,
Easy peasy.
that shit would be kind of whack. But my thing is like having sex on an airplane. I personally have never done it. I have a colleague who told me a story, which I think you all will get a kick out of, where he was like, "Man, I got the urge on a flight from the East Coast to the West Coast,
Okay.
and so I was in there for 15 minutes just jerking my dick." Actually, no, we talked about this on the last podcast.
You're not allowed to hit me, all right?
Why?
Nobody's hitting me tonight. I've been hit too much the past couple weeks.
Yeah, well, this is the domestic abuse bulletin. You can abuse Wade, but you can't abuse your spouse. So,
God damn. All right. Hey, that's cool. That'd be a cool T-shirt too.
yeah,
If you do, don't hire Amber Heard.
yeah, exactly. Oh, no,
Oh,
Amber Heard,
yeah.
Amber Heard could choke me. That's fine. She could shit on
Amber
my
Heard
bed.
could choke you. He said she could shit on his bed.
I'm Aquaman.
Yeah, I am Aquaman. The only thing I'm swimming in is the lack.
So he was just jerking off in a plane.
Yeah, so he jerked off in a plane for 15 minutes.
We did talk about this
Yeah,
last
we
week.
talked about it last week. So it wasn't a colleague, it was Chris, the other Chris.
Well, I actually have a story like that.
Did you jerk off?
It was jerk off in the
Yes.
plane. You did.
This time, this trip?
No, this was like
Oh,
back when I
man.
was in like.
Just
I believe
say
I was in
yes.
high school. Like when I was in high school flying to Florida. So I'm in the flight. I'm like, man, like my anxiety is like going through the roof because
Yeah.
we're hitting some turbulence. And I was like, okay, so they turned off the.
What's the best way to fucking cure anxiety but a nut,
So
Exactly.
you
So
know you can actually pay to get on a private plane and join the Mile High Club.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is that?
I'd rather just do it for fucking free, man.
1,000 or some shit.
Yeah, it's like fucking $800 to join the Mile High Club. $1,000 to join the Mile High Club. Chris, continue.
So we're going to Florida, and I got the urge, so I go into the bathroom and do the deed.
So you get cramped naked?
So no. So I hiked my legs up like this,
No.
and I'm going to town.
Bro.
But I didn't know that the door was unlocked.
Oh shit.
So a lady comes in. She's like, "Oh, I'm
No.
like,
Get your ass back in here. You've already seen enough. Come on.
But your boy had to finish, so I kept it.
Your legs were up and somebody walked in.
I was.
They caught you in the
The
most
only thing I
vulnerable
was missing
position.
was taking my belt and putting it around my neck.
Yeah, and like having a finger in your ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's insane.
Yes. Wow, that's
Wow.
a great story.
So
actually.
I got trapped in a bathroom stall on an airplane one time when I was like fucking 15. We were going to like Aruba or some shit. I got trapped in one, and I like couldn't get out because the door like dislodged because of turbulence and the whole nine.
Yeah.
Your daddy said you're my
Horrified.
blue boy. Have fun. We're gonna talk about Ryan tonight. By the
Thanks,
way.
Dad. Love you.
Ryan's your father?
Heard a lot about you last night. We'll go into it in a little while.
Ryan, say hi to your daughter for me.
Oh my god.
Man.
Oh man, even I couldn't stoop that low for that
Just
one.
had to slide
Holy
it in there.
I have to do it because he's here.
I know this, but
He's gonna whoop
Oh,
my fucking
man.
ass off of camera.
hey
I know.
man, Ryan's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, Ryan. will.
Yeah, Ryan will fuck you up.
Ryan, I'll see you in 3 years.
He's actually gonna be on the podcast next month.
Oh, great! So he can.
He's
beat
flying
me.
from Oklahoma.
Yeah, he can beat my ass up. He can beat my ass
It'll
up.
be live
I'm
on
kidding,
YouTube.
Ryan.
Easy.
Hey,
easy.
easy.
I mean,
Hey, we all said the same thing.
yeah, you know, fighting and 9 don't rhyme together, so it's kind of hard. No playing.
Oh my god, I can't do
No,
this.
yeah, no, I'm fucking.
No, we
bullshit.
bust Chris's ass all the time because
all the
it
time.
was a very long time before we realized he had a hot sister.
Yeah.
So now we just bust his ass all the time.
Her
Hey,
name's-
Sydney.
For you
Should-
two
should we
guys,
throw it out
her
there,
name's
Sam?
Sydney Kreibel.
Throw what out there?
No,
Oh, Tanner's got a hot sister too. hey, I didn't know he had a hot
This is what
sister.
we call what comes around goes around.
Yes. I didn't know he had a hot sister until like what, a year ago. He said, "Yeah, I got a sister." I'm like, "Let me see her." He said, "No, you don't want to." I'm like, "No, I do, And he showed me, and I'm like,
and
Jesus
I was trying.
Christ.
I was trying to suppress this as long as I could.
You did a very good
That's how
job.
it
I've known you
goes,
for a
man.
long time. I had no idea you had a sister,
Yeah,
and now I know why I didn't know he had a sister.
Hey, isn't she in school right now?
yeah, law school.
Oh, wow.
God damn, she's in law school,
Yeah, she's in law school.
and
Good for her.
she's a smoke show.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Isn't your sister a smoke show? Say it.
No, I'm
Say
not,
it.
I'm not gonna agree to that.
Just act like a stepbro right now.
I know we're in the South, but we can't really go that far, you know.
You're trying to get a clip.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
That's cool.
my sister's in law school. My mother, she works at Yale. My father is a software developer.
Nice.
And then there's me.
Yeah. And then there's Tanner.
And then there's me.
Who has a
Drinking
podcast?
beer in the fucking basement that Kurt Cobain was killed in.
Yeah, my uncle's
Not
actually
really,
a
by the
lawyer.
way.
He recently,
No,
I believe within
It's
5
not. It's
years,
right
he got his degree, and then he
Yeah.
actually just went to South Korea for disposition.
Really? Yeah. So my pops, he actually helped design. Actually, he designed the Empire State Building's website.
Oh wow,
Should be more scared of mom, is what your father said.
Yeah.
that is
I'm
100%
more scared.
true.
You're more scared of your mom as well. My mom is a
I love
shaker.
her, but
Now let me ask you a question. Growing up, so my mom was a shaker. And when I say that, I don't mean like she's like shaker, like made shit, but like when she got mad at me, she'd grab me by both shoulders and be like, "What the fuck are you
I was
doing?"
thinking Michael J. Fox for a second.
Yeah, Parkinson's. No, she would grab me by my shoulders and be like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" And like shake me back and forth. My mother was a shaker. She wasn't like super physical. My father wasn't really super physical. There's one time, I'll tell the story here in a second. So when you got in trouble with your mother, was it more intimidating than getting in trouble with your father, or was it? How was that? How did that plan out? Or play
no,
out?
I would say it was more intimidating with my father, but it was because I deserved it, and he was, I appreciate how much he got onto me because
Yeah.
of how we become a man I am today.
Yeah, which is
And-
Oh my God, this
Except-
podcast is about to get gay.
Except
Shout out to the
one
fathers.
time,
Uh-huh.
I believe I was in junior high.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Those
what
are
it meant
awesome.
by sloppy seconds.
Oh yeah.
And I mentioned that to my mom, and
Sloppy
she said,
seconds.
"Yeah, about this one girl."
Yeah.
And she said,
Name drop. No, I'm just kidding.
"I don't even remember who it was."
It's okay. Don't do it.
Yeah, please don't.
But she said, if you ever fucking say that again, I'm gonna break your fucking nose.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But love them all. They're even more tatted than I am. They're completely
You
covered.
said-
My
Oh,
dad's
your
completely
parents. Your parents are more tatted than you are.
How many tattoos do you have?
covered. So I've got the sleeve. I'm working on this sleeve. I got my legs here, my entire stomach, and 2 on my chest.
How was the stomach tattoo?
It wasn't terrible. It was more so trying to figure out the time to breathe, because like I would sit here and like when I would breathe, it would dig deeper into the needle, and that was my biggest thing. But so that artist, that I got all of that done when I was in Italy.
Italy is an amazing place.
Oh,
I've
love
never
it.
been.
He
Beautiful.
barely spoke any English, and how he
Damn.
communicated was Google Translate.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
But super cool dude. Super cool dude.
Hell yeah. Italy.
Imagine
Tattoo
that. You're
Yeah.
just like on Google Translate. You're like
Trying
"Oh,
to
it fucking
describe
hurts, and you're like,
Well,
hey, it
what you
hurts.
Well, it's funny you say that. So like, I had a boss when I was at my first station. You know how that whole thing works. We deployed, and he was like, "Hey man, I bought a bottle of absinthe." We were in Germany. Absinthe over there. I don't know if you know anything about absinthe.
No hallucination, Perry.
It's hallucinogenic, but it's alcohol, right?
Sounds like a good fucking time.
So when it's made with the right wormwood, super hallucinogenic. And he was like, "Hey man, I bought a bottle of absinthe in the duty-free store." We were on orders to not drink. I was like, "All right, dude, do what you got to do." And he was like, "Yeah, no, come with me, watch out." We're in a bathroom, and my man and I and one other guy kill a fifth of absinthe
Good
bathroom.
God.
in the bat. 100, I think it was like 115 proof absinthe, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, somewhere in that ballpark. We killed it in the bathroom, just passing the bottle back and forth between the three of us. And then we had to fly into theater shortly thereafter. And it was about a 10-hour flight from where we were.
Yeah.
Whew.
That
Man,
sounds
I
rough.
did not get a wink of fucking sleep. I was either going to be sick or I was hallucinating. There was no in between.
So would you drink that shit again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. It was a fucking phenomenal time.
And where was it at? Germany?
It was in Germany, yeah.
We
But-
had somebody watch the podcast from Germany.
What is the
Yeah.
age down there?
I believe it's 14 still.
14.
Yeah.
In Germany?
Germany,
Man.
I loved being in Germany because I
14.
went for my birthday to Berlin, and I went to Munich for Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Oktoberfest is a blast.
It was crazy. I've never seen that many people in one place. It was like thousands.
Yeah.
And they imported like millions of gallons of beer.
Lots of beer.
I love
Well,
it.
Oktoberfest isn't just like a German thing. So now, because it expanded out worldwide, you get beers from Korea, you get beers from the States, you get beers from England, and they all make them in the tradition of Oktoberfest. That's why when we're here and we see the Oktoberfest beers, we're like, "Oh, sick! Oktoberfest Sam Adams." No, they actually put that beer into the into the competition of Oktoberfest.
Right.
Just like the movie Beer Fest. I love that movie to death. They have a whole fucking movie about drinking games and how drinking games could influence like different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. It's super cool.
Like
I want to try some
like the
green
beginning,
shit.
the beginning of that movie was how it was when I went.
Mhm.
Like just packed like that. And there's even amusement park rides there too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine riding a
Yeah.
roller coaster drunk as
Yeah,
Oh.
they have a ride there called the Drunk Stepfather, and it's just a roller coaster that you ride straight and it just punches you in the face.
I was about to say
periodically.
yes.
Yo.
Yes. Oh my god. It
How'd
just
that-
continuously
how'd
beats the
that
shit
get
out of
Like
you.
it just says something to you in German, like "Es wieder sind."
Yeah. It encompasses everything. No, but yeah, Germany's a beautiful spot. I liked England. I had a good time in England. I don't know if you've ever been, but
Mainly in connecting. Like I would like fly into England and then I'd fly to like where I was going. Like I went to Norway one time and Iceland.
have not had an opportunity to go there.
Definitely recommend it, especially with you getting into like photography and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah, I gotta upgrade my lenses. I know you were showing me your 101 to 104. What was it?
the
400.
100,
100,
400. That is an incredible lens. It's the size of my fucking dome. Have you actually used that yet since you've been home?
I have.
or-
So when I got it in Oklahoma, I mean, the first main thing that I used it for was shooting squirrels. Because
Not a 22.
So yeah, I was gonna say the last time I shot squirrels, it was with a 410 and a 22. But yeah,
And this last time was actually when we went to the ceremony today, and I was getting shots of them on stage.
so good.
And then I tried to get as best shots as I could of the World War II guy that was there, who was on the original Enterprise.
Yeah,
CBN6.
Yeah, because you guys just today
Damn, now
laid
we're
the
at
keel for that, man.
what?
Yeah, we went. The shipyard laid the keel for the USS Enterprise CBN 80 today.
Yeah, the Enterprise is like a legendary.
You didn't get the fucking memo about that shit. Everybody at the shipyard was there.
Honestly, I didn't hear one word about
About
it.
your foreman. If you're watching tonight, you dropped the ball. My foreman asked me how many tickets I wanted. I said 2. The guy next to me said I want 5. I'm like, how many fucking tickets can we get? They fed us for free and everything, dude. The shipyard fed us. I cannot believe you didn't get the memo.
No, dude. Like literally, when I show up to work, I show up last fucking minute because that's all they fucking deserve from me.
Damn.
You get fired.
Yeah, you about to get fired, dog. I hope you got a backup plan. Because I don't give a fuck if I get fired.
No,
Don't care.
I got a backup plan.
I told my boss actually this past week.
I'm gonna live off
I don't
the
care
land.
if I get fired.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I can't get fired.
Yeah, no, you can't get
No, I
fired.
can't get fired.
Not yet.
But what I will say is, so we had like, I don't know, Chris, you're active. So like, do you get drama inside of your unit?
Yes.
Short answer, yes.
Okay. Do you have any specific people that undermine other people just to get one up, to make rank, to look better on paper than these other personnel?
Not so much at this place now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have seen it.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
seen it.
Uh,
So what's your take on that? So I mean, even the civilian sector, right? If somebody is trying to undermine you in the civilian sector, what is your take on that? If you get called into your HR or your boss's office saying, "Hey, fucking, so-and-so said this, cut the shit out." What is your take?
I think it's something like that has to be a case by case though. Now, if it's like an unjust reason, like if the boss was just being
A
dick.
fucking total cocksucker, yeah.
Yeah, but if he's actually actively doing something that he shouldn't be doing,
Yep.
that's like against like ethics or things like that, then most definitely you should bring it up.
Yeah.
Because if you have someone that's willing to do
I'm
that,
about to put it
you don't
down.
know how far they'll go, and
Yeah.
you don't want that in the world.
Yeah, I mean, there's like inherently, I guess in the military, there's like some people who just don't understand where there's boundaries. You know, you hear about it all the time.
Yeah, because I actually went through an Article 15 when I was in Italy.
Explain an Article 15 to people who
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
Article 15 is non-judicial punishment. So
yeah.
you
Oh,
like instead of like going to like the
Court
court,
martial.
so ours is court martial.
Ours is court martial as well.
You could go and speak with the chiefs or the E7s of the command, or even the main command of the base, and then you go see the XO, which is XOY.
Yep.
And then you go see the CO, which is Captain's Master.
Yep.
I went through all of that.
You've had an Article 15.
Yes, I didn't get convicted because they realized it was bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went through all of it.
He went to Mass.
Yeah, he went
Yes.
to Mass. Yeah,
I went to
technically he
Mass.
went to Mass. So it's interesting in the Air Force, you don't get the option of like the Chiefs panel or anything like that. It is solely up to your commander unless a higher ranking official has deemed it necessary to go to court martial. Once it's past your commander, there's no more Article 15. It's just court martial or Article 15.
Like, if there's a certain situation where it needs to do that, then yes, I agree doing it
Yeah.
that way. But if it's just normal, like, I don't know, just being disrespectful, or if you didn't show up to your analysis when you're supposed to.
Yep.
Like, small stuff like that, it
Man.
should be able to be handled in-house without having to get the fucking...
Boy,
commanding
do I
officer
have a
involved.
story for you three. Actually, you five. I had urinalysis duty. I have urinalysis duty coming up too.
Looking at dicks.
Yeah, get to stare at fucking cocks for a week.
Whoa, nice cock.
But so here's the trade-off, right? Your analysis, you might work every day of the week, 12-hour shifts, or you work 2 days a week. Would you opt in for those odds? The 50-50 odds of working 2 days a week or working every day 12s? I would opt in. So I opted in. My first time doing your analysis, this guy comes in. He's like, man, I shouldn't have had that coffee this morning. You'll get a kick out of this. Man, I shouldn't have had this coffee. Yeah, I shouldn't have had this coffee this morning. And as a urinalysis monitor, you have to, when they have the bottle in their hand above their shoulder, you have to watch them go into the. Oh, man. I haven't had Coors fucking light in a minute.
It's very, very airy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm burping a lot. You have to watch them with the bottle the entire time. And this guy's like, look, dude, I got shit. And I was like, all right, fine. I'm like, just try and pee in the cup while you shit. Because, you know, when you shit, you piss. Same time, same thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You don't shit and piss at the same time?
But I'm messing with you.
So, no, bro, I'm telling you, my man's goes in there, does not pee in his cup at all. Just takes a flat shit. Just
Psycho.
shit. That's what I'm saying. This guy's got to be a fucking serial killer. He shit, did not piss. He gets up and he's like, I'm so sorry you had to watch me do that. And I said, you're going to pee in that fucking cup or I'm not going to be your monitor again. And he was like, all right. He's like, yeah, you were pretty cool about it. I'll pee in the cup. I was like, but the thing about your analysis, you have to watch the stream go into the cup. You can't be like, oh yeah, I can see like the liquid going in. You have to watch it leave the cock and go into the vial. And it's awful. It's awful because the whole time you're sitting there, you have to stare at a cock.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no.
That's 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day just watching dudes just taking fucking pisses.
Or you have 8 hours of sitting on your ass waiting for people to show up and just kind of chilling. Or you have 12 hours of staring at cocks. What would you prefer? 8 hours. When you sign up for this duty, which it's actually kind of cool because the guys who run it are like super fucking hilarious. You know the guys I'm talking about. It's two black guys. They're like fucking the funniest people in the world. But you got to sit there and stare at dicks your entire night.
You did that.
Yeah, I've done it twice now. Well, this is going to be my second time coming up here. So if you got a pee test, shoot me a text. You know.
There's a
Can't wait to see your cock.
Yeah.
there's a saying. It's every pee time.
We'll give you a
Every
test run
pee
tonight.
time is a pee time, but not every pee time is a poo time.
Are you a toddler?
Look at you.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
When you
It's
get
like,
super
man, is
smart.
that a nursery rhyme?
Yeah, it sounds like a nursery rhyme. But yeah, I mean, doing those DDR duties
Right
is
now?
like fucking whack.
It's just a pee. It's just a pee
All
time.
those cocks, do they all pretty much look pretty normal, or is there like a?
Yeah, let's talk about the fucked up cocks.
Yeah.
So like, this is gonna blow your mind. So if your I can't talk. Your urinalysis monitor is not focused on watching your dick. It's like, you know how some dudes are kind of like, all right, man, pee in the cup, and they stand off in the corner. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That will stop an entire court martial right there, because you could be like, well, he didn't watch the stream go into the bottle, because if they can't see it, then you can't make it an admissible thing, or it's an admissible thing in court. So the guys who are actually like looking over the stall, like, yeah, the penis is peeing into the cup.
Yeah,
Those
like
guys
glasses
won't-
and
yeah.
yeah, I see the urine leaving the
Yeah.
urethra.
Exactly. So, but like if they don't like observe the actual urine leaving the urethra and hitting the bottle, it's in court they can have that thrown away.
Right.
So when you get selected for this duty, it's either A, you go to a court martial and you have to be like, well, you know, I wasn't trying to stare at somebody's cock, or B, you're like, yep, he peed in the cup and that's his cup, you know, because you get the punishment report every month. And every month, it's the same fucking group of people. These 5 dudes smoked pot. They're getting kicked out. There was one a little while back where this guy got like fucking hammered in base housing, took a shotgun in his car, and was like discharging his shotgun while driving, drunk.
So what I'm gonna do tonight.
Absolute fuck. Yeah, you're gonna grab a shotgun from my gun safe.
Yeah, I've been looking for that.
You've been looking for your shotgun that's been in my gun safe for weeks since you dressed up as fucking
Messing
Crocodile
with you.
Dundee.
No, man. Dinosaur hunter, cocksucker.
Wait, it's actually pretty common for there to be runners, right?
Runners where during your analysis.
During you're not like
Maybe
they,
in
like,
the Navy.
fucking did.
The second you leave during the Air Force, you're like,
I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
seen a runner. I've seen people actually use fake dicks.
I've
I had
seen,
a case like that in Naples.
I've seen people sweat. When I did your analysis last time, there was a guy he came in. My man, it's like 72, maybe 70 degrees in this building. My man is sweating fucking profusely, and I was like,
Sounds like me.
that guy right there is gonna pop hot.
What?
Why do you sweat profusely? You're like, man, I'm afraid they're gonna see my small pecker.
No, man. You know, it doesn't even have to be fucking cold or hot. It don't even matter.
Yeah,
Man, my head
you
be sweating like a
just shrunk.
motherfucker.
You just shrunk all the time.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, guys?
Got small cock.
No, man, hell no.
Yeah, you
No,
just
no,
need
no,
a
no,
honey
no,
pack
no,
to
no,
get
no.
that
Yeah,
extra
the
inch.
extra inch.
Yeah, the extra
To
inch.
go the
Double
extra,
inch.
to go the extra mile. You know.
Yeah, I was when I was in the Navy, I was actually down at your analysis, and I hear the security guards over the thing. They literally said, "We got a runner."
Do they
That's
really?
crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And I
Is his cock out?
Yeah, right. No, there's actually
Let's cook up.
yeah. And I asked guy, I'm like, hey, do people really run? And they're like, yeah, we get it actually pretty frequently.
What?
And I'm like,
Crazy.
Running.
what? Running?
Well,
That's the George Washington, but you know.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
I know, yeah.
You know what they're running to? The edge of the ship.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when you're in that urinalysis, they only pull a selected amount. They don't do all of them and run the test.
Yeah.
So you still have a percentage of.
There's a percentage of failure there.
Yeah.
So
There's
Yeah,
actually a guy in the yard that have I mentioned this? The guy who was running around naked?
Yes.
I
You
did?
have talked about it.
We have talked about
Briefly.
Briefly, yeah. Well, basically, this guy was running around the shipyard naked, and a security guard walked up to my coworker and was like, "Hey, did you see that guy running around naked?" And he goes, "Wait, repeat that one more time." You know, like, what are you talking?
I mean, if
about?
I ever saw somebody do that shit at the shipyard, man,
I didn't see him.
you know, yeah, I didn't see shit, man. I ain't dealing with that shit. Have you ever been to the round table?
What shipyard do you guys work at?
Newport dudes.
I'm on CBS 74.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
Stennis?
sucks.
They
all suck.
I'm working on that right now.
All them boats suck.
Yeah.
I had to what on the 74. Oh man, what did I do?
I
That's the one I stood. I was saying about. I was standing underneath the aircraft carrier.
Yeah,
It was the Stennis. I was standing underneath that in the dry dock, and I was like, "Wow, I'm really standing underneath a fucking aircraft carrier right now, like as it's being supported on fucking cinder blocks."
Wood blocks.
Yeah, like what the fuck, man. Oh,
It's fucking.
that shit sucks. The George Washington sucks even worse. You heard about all them motherfuckers that killed themselves up there on the pitch? Man.
Not even that. There was a thing on Facebook that out of all the boats, in a like little tally thing, it got rated the worst boat,
Yeah.
the worst commanding boat ever.
Didn't
So-
they go through a scrub of that boat too?
Yeah. So my boy Ethan, he's actually stationed on that boat right now. And he's like, dude, it's fucking miserable. My man wakes up. You ready for this? You think you're crew chief, right? What time you wake up?
5 a.m.
My man has to be to work at 4:30. And you know where he lives right now? Eustis.
Oh no.
He lives on Eustis. Has to be to the yard by 4:30.
On what boat?
Washington.
No shit.
I mean, that's like what I do. Like I have.
That's
to
not
be
that
there by
far.
4:30 as well.
It's a 30-minute drive, dude. Down Warwick, it's a 30-minute drive.
Yeah, but just jump on the fucking highway, and it's only like 20.
You shave 10 minutes off to go to the same
Trust
press.
me. I mean, I do it every day. I go from the shipyard to Lee Hall every fucking day.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean-
you're still up early as shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wake up at like 4:30, 5 a.m. every day. But I got other priorities. It's not like I'm starting my day.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
getting
totally
my kid
understand.
ready, you know.
Totally
you know what I
understand
mean?
all that. Yeah.
But like, as a single dude who's living on his own, my man wakes up and he's like, yeah, I'm not surprised people are fucking offing themselves on there. Like, he's a great dude. I remember,
Dude, working on it sucks.
I was
Just working on it for 25 minutes and then getting off of the boat. That 25 minutes, you're like, man, motherfuckers be sleeping on this bitch.
There was one night.
The fuck?
There was one night I was chilling in my house, and I got a call from one of Ethan's friends. He's like, I haven't heard from him since Friday night. It was a Sunday night, and I was like, okay. He was like, he was supposed to go on a cruise on fucking Saturday night with all the bikes. You know, I used to be a biker. I don't have a bike anymore. He was like, we got to figure out where he's at. And I'm like, well, according to Life 360, because he's on my Life 360, I'm like, well, he's at the place where he sleeps. And we're like bothering this motherfucker. Fucking Andres goes and shows up, and he's like, hey, man, are you good? I want to make sure you're straight. Ethan was just sleeping the entire time because he had been awake for that long that he needed to sleep damn near 20 hours.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
It happens, man.
I've been like that a couple
The
of
longest
times.
I slept was, I think it was like maybe 14 hours, but I was also sick.
Yeah.
I can just
Sick
tell
as a
y'all,
dog.
like, from all the stories I've heard from Navy personnel and them and all that fuck being in the Navy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's literal hell.
Yeah, because there was one time when I was working with Mobile out of Bahrain, where we do security for the MSC. We were going through like transits and stuff like that, where I was up for over 40, 50 hours.
Really?
Wow. I didn't call that the sleeping experiment.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, they were actually doing tests on them
I've done that
without
before.
even telling them.
I've done that before. I got called in on mids, so I just got off a shift on mids, and they're like, hey, man, you're the guy who's going to be hopping on the plane during this exercise. And I was up for like another fucking 20 some odd hours. And I'm sitting there in the terminal, like dozing off. Somebody's yelling at me. Why are you falling asleep right now? Blah, blah. I'm like, man, I just got off a fucking shift. My head is bobbing around in 10,000 different, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, you need to fucking stay awake. What if this is a real deployed situation? First of all, if it was a real deployed situation, I would not be sitting here dozing off. I'd be ready and giddy to go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But when it's a fake deployed situation and all these motherfuckers are, oh yeah, you don't doze off. You fucking fuck you. You
I mean, if it was real, odds are they would give you like, hey, you need to have this specific amount of downtime so you can sleep, so you're good to go for when we pack up and fly out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But granted, though, when I was up for that long and doing that job, it was the best job I've ever had so far. Because I would do security on like the tankers,
Yeah.
and then the last boat I was on was a special missions tug, where it would have a team comprised of EOD, divers, and SEALs.
Mhm.
And we got tasked with a mission to go up into NAG, so the Northern Arabian Gulf, like right next to Iran, of a F-18 that I believe it fell off the carrier or it down, like trying to make its reapproach back on the carrier.
Yeah.
And we had like a strike group security.
Mhm.
We go and we recover it, and you have the Iranians over there just trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because,
That's like when I was in Saudi, the Iranians tried to fuck with us the entire time.
oh, we pulled in one time to Saudi because our ship was a part of exercise. Like,
Yeah.
not a, I forget what the exercise was, but I was doing, I was up on the bridge with my first class because at that time I was the guy that would do the surveillance with the camera if something happened. And my buddy was on the gangway with his M4 and 9. And we get a call from him saying, hey, we got 2 locals that popped the barrier.
Yeah.
And they're walking towards us in the traditional garb, and they're holding onto their chest.
Yeah.
And they're like walking slowly towards the gangway, and I could hear my buddy from the bridge, which, you know, it's a good distance.
Yeah.
And he's yelling like, get the fuck back, get the fuck back. And they just kept walking, so I'm rolling video and everything. And my first class, he's trying to get in touch with all the ships in the area, so they
Yeah.
know. And I could hear him again, like, get the fuck back, and he racks his M4. Get the fuck back, or I will fucking kill you. And then they waited about 50 yards from the ship, and they just shoot, and they started walking 90 degrees towards the other ships and stuff.
Yeah.
So they end up finding them, and my mission commander was a female senior chief.
Oh,
And
kid was
Saudi-
at fucking Night Moves. Did you see Corey there? Because he bailed on us.
Oh yeah, night moves.
Go on.
And with Saudi, you know how still
Yeah.
traditional it is. They have no
Yeah.
respect for women. And she was like, "What the fuck? Like, why would you do that?" and all that stuff. And they just completely ignored her. They didn't even acknowledge her existence.
Yeah, in Saudi, we had to have our people where either they could go off base, but they had to be with a group of dudes, or if the girls went off base, off the installation that was on an installation, they had to wear traditional garb.
Yeah. And when they told us that they were the Saudi version of the FBI, and it was their peer, and they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
My senior chief, without even a second thought, is like, "Okay, you can do whatever you want, but next time, we're gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, with Saudi, like there's a lot of fucked up people. So when I was in Bahrain, the Saudis would come to Bahrain
Yep.
and cross the bridge because they believe that Allah can't see over the water.
Yep.
So they would treat Bahrain like Vegas.
Yeah, Bahrain was the equivalent of Vegas in the States. I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, you have like thousands of them coming.
And they would get fucked up, slaughtered,
Definitely.
drunk, the whole nine. They'd be like partying like how we party.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit was
And
wild.
they
Because wait, okay, I'm gonna sound ignorant, but like all because they
Because Allah couldn't see over water.
yeah, they would do drugs. Like Bahrain has a huge hooker problem, so they have hookers, they drink, and all that stuff. Because the Middle East, since it's dry, like you're not supposed to really have alcohol in some places. But how Bahrain got away with it is they sold alcohol in bars attached to hotels.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you would party and stuff.
Well, it's like Dubai. Dubai's super westernized,
Yeah.
so you can go like drink on the beaches, you can have a good time. It was like the whole thing. But outside of UAE, everything else was like super eastern compared. Like UAE was westernized. You know what I mean? Like you go over to
Oman, Duqm.
Yep.
I think Fujairah is another
Yeah.
place.
yeah, Abu Dhabi. You go to Abu Dhabi, you can fucking go to any place and have a glass of wine. You know what I mean? Like, but the second you step foot in a different country in the Middle East, dry, no alcohol, nothing. Just
Dry or getting tattoos is illegal.
yeah. Oh man, I
have
remember
a
some
question.
people looked at my tattoos and they thought I was like this fucking sinner. Because you could see, I got my
Yeah.
uniform. I got my.
I've heard it's like
fucking
that in
Chevrolet.
Japan.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
No, not a sinner. Some
Yeah.
people they
Something
associate
similar.
tattoos with the yakuza.
yeah. Yakuza,
What the
Yakuza,
hell
the
is that?
Japanese game. So the Yakuza
So,
is
It's like the
basically-
Japanese version of the mafia.
Yeah.
So when I was getting this tattoo done, my artist Taylor Morrison, he was telling me that he went to Japan for a tattoo convention.
Yeah.
And he was like the only person the whole fucking time, him and his girl, that had tattoos everywhere, and people were looking at them like they were fucking insane. And like he was like, we were there to do tattoos for people because nobody over there really gets tattoos at all. This was about 8 years ago. He said, and he was like that whole entire time he didn't get to do one tattoo on anybody
Mhm.
because everybody had like this crazy fear of like the way everybody would look at them kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now it's starting to become more of a thing over there, I guess. There's
Yeah.
fucking Japanese guys with fucking full blown bodysuits and shit.
Yeah,
you know what
they're
I mean?
usually and the guys who usually have that done, like you said, Chris, are the Yakuza. The Yakuza are these hostile, aggressive mobsters. If you're like doing something wrong in their territory, you know what I mean? Like if you went to like one of their strip clubs and you fucked up, like Todd might.
I'd be dead.
Yeah, facts. They would be on your ass, and like that, and it's crazy that is the perception of it. I mean, that's been the perception since the early '40s, early '30s.
So it brings me to a question, right? Where now I hear a lot of things that specifically, I'm not like an Andrew Tate enthusiast, but like I heard something from him that like we find all this shit over in the East crazy, right?
Yeah.
We're like, holy fuck, right? But then a lot of people find what we do
Oh, our cultures are completely different, Tyler.
Yeah, dude, and they're just, it's
Yeah.
like we do the most insane shit.
If we were
And
doing
we're
it, if we were
But we
doing
think they
it,
do the most insane shit. Like they
Right.
cut people's fucking heads off and shit,
Yeah.
and we're like, "Yo, that's crazy." But that's normal life, man.
Well, have
Yeah.
you ever been over there? Like when you're on the ship, like go for port visits?
Huh?
When you're on the ship, like back in the Navy, did you go into the Middle
I
East?
never left
He
the port.
was, he was on the George Washington.
Yeah.
He's one
He
of
got
the
he stayed
Was
stuck
it
in the
like
shipyard.
Shipyard or something?
He's a
Yeah, he stayed
survivor.
stuck in the shipyard.
He's a
I've
survivor.
been furthest I've been is Florida.
God damn,
So-
man, you are lucky.
Yeah,
From
but-
all the shit that I've heard from people.
Yeah, because
You're
Saudi
lucky,
still
bro.
has it to where like,
Lucky? I wish I traveled
Never.
everywhere.
Yeah, but it's different. I guess maybe for you because you're real young, but
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. You've seen some cool shit, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you've also experienced some fucking
fucked up
stupid shit too. The Navy, the way that they fucking like
So I do have a
they
question
tell
for
you
Chris.
something and then they don't go through with it. You know, they're like you said to Sean earlier. He said he's got to go out for 10 months, and he was like, "Well, that 10 months is going to turn into a year."
Yeah.
like,
you know?
Yeah.
like
And you
when,
can't do nothing about it. You're stuck on the boat in the middle of the water. Like, the
yeah,
fuck?
'cause
But and then
how-
they prepare you for that though. They prepare you for that trip for 10 months, and then you're stuck in that state of prepared to be on the boat. You're stuck on the boat, like they already brought.
And then
you
they
back
run
from
out
your
of food
fucking
and
house.
shit. They run out of food and shit.
not necessarily. I guess it just
Sean's
depends.
boat does. Sean's boat does.
So, with all of my buddies that have been on ships and they go on a plane, how you know, like, you're about to be extended is they'll give you steak and lobster.
Yep.
Or they'll give you, like, the extravagant meal.
And that
And
gets
then they're
everybody's
ready to
morale
go on the
jumped
one
up.
MC, and they're like, hey, this is your captain speaking. By the way,
Everybody's like, oh man, steak and lobster's so good.
Does anybody have a sea charger?
Yeah, I have one upstairs.
I don't back in this.
So interestingly enough, every Friday on my first rotation overseas was steak and lobster day. Every Friday, we got
That's
lobster.
nice, though.
We got lobster tails. We got
That's
fillets. We would sit down, and that was the morale builder. You know, Monday through Thursday, you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to go to work." Friday rolls around, you're like, "It's steak and lobster day. It means my day off is coming soon." You know what I mean?
It helps build that routine.
Exactly. Yeah. So you get like pumped for this. The lobster they gave us, like we get a lobster tail like this. I was not a super huge fan of lobster at that point in time.
Please.
And now I'm like a massive fan of lobster. Shellfish, I think inherently is kind of disgusting, personally speaking.
Oh, yeah, because they're like bottom.
They're bottom feeders. It's like it's like the equivalent of eating like ants. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, like ants, they live on the ground. They eat whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And they go on about their life.
Jesus. Who leaves shot glasses on
And then they go on about their lives.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why? Because Shay's friends were down here doing shots of Crown.
Don't let me forget that.
Forget what, the Charger?
Yeah,
The Charger Blicky. But yeah, and like, going from where we are now in the States where everything's like kind of, things in the States are kind of weird. Everybody's got a different opinion about things, and everybody's super like, oh my God, everything's great, everything's okay, you know what I mean? Like everything's super progressive. And then you go overseas.
Really?
Well, in the States, you always hear that. You always hear in the States the back and forth of, oh well, gay rights and straight rights and this, that, and the third. Oh, abortion's illegal. Overseas, anywhere you go overseas, there's none of that debate happening. It is just this is the way it is. In places
why
like
then?
Iraq, Afghanistan, they cauterize their women's sex organs, so they cannot have an orgasm.
I know they do stuff like that in Egypt. Where
Yeah.
at least some people where they actually have like.
And that is it's a religious value, and so I think it's wrong inherently. I think everybody should be allowed to have an orgasm. I mean, to say the least. But like at the same time, culturally, they don't allow these things to happen whatsoever. And so, to me, being in everybody's, oh man, I fucking hate taxes, and I hate taxes in the States. I
think we all can speak up on that.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
the things that happen here sometimes. However, I feel very grateful to be living in the United States.
Yeah, as
Because-
opposed to fucking being somewhere else.
Yeah,
Shit.
imagine being in the Ukraine right now.
What are
It'd be very rough.
I
Hey
hear-
man, it'd
I
be
hear a
fine
lot of
because
these people, like-
America's helping them out so much.
It's funny. My buddy was like, "Man, I subscribed to this cam girl. She's a Ukrainian cam girl, and I watched her while I was in the middle of my session. run off screen to go hide from moms. I was like, she is devoted to her.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's a hustler mentality right there.
Yeah.
That's a hustler mentality.
See, I hear a lot of things about how people like hate coming here though.
Yeah.
They're like, but like, what about this don't people like?
Americans,
The fact that we're so open to everything.
Americans are also
Listen.
inherently rude.
Listen, man, you just said it earlier. People from other cultures come over here and they think we're crazy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They don't like us, but they like some of the ideas of being free.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't like some of the shit that we do. But if you come over here, man, you're just gonna have to fucking live with it. We all gotta fucking live with that shit, all right? It is what it is.
Kid says the car scene in the Ukraine sucks. I would imagine.
Man,
unless
all of
you're
those
a
cars look
tractor,
like they're on
you're able to
bags.
take whatever the fuck
Yeah,
you want.
yeah. Kids like the car scene sucks, but really it's a stance tractor scene over there.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply would be well in business.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Tractor
yeah.
Supply would be
Yeah.
booming right now.
Yeah. So you know what?
Literally.
This is
booming.
another crazy thing to me.
Oh
It's-
shit!
Nobody got it.
Good,
I
good
got it.
joke.
I got you.
Nice
Good
boob.
joke. Hey, thanks,
Nice-
man.
Yeah, solid boob.
Isn't it solid?
No, it's like super
Feel it.
solid. No, I know it's not. It's not really a boob. You're very muscular. No, but like, so here's another thing that's kind of blowing my mind, right? Is it?
It's a tight pec, dog. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
continue.
Thank you, both of you, for talking about Wade's tight pecs.
I want tight pecs. What can I say? I want I don't have any. I have chicken chest.
I know you had chicken chest. We were talking about this earlier.
wait.
We'll get to that in a second.
I want to talk about chicken chest.
So what blows my mind is America was so like, oh my God, Ukraine, I'm here for Ukraine, right? What, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
3.5 months ago, you did not hear a damn thing.
Damn, that was a good throw.
You did not. Ever since like 3.5 months ago, I have not heard a damn thing about the Ukraine.
That's why, because with
That's true.
social media and a lot of people, they gravitate towards what's the hot scene in the moment.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
at that moment was Ukraine. They
Mhm.
bounced on that bandwagon. They got
Yeah.
what they needed, and they fucked off. And they just gravitate towards what's in the moment to benefit whatever needs of the need.
And I think there's inherently a problem with that.
Oh, that definitely is. Because what was it? So back when, I forget. Before COVID, where everyone was super into, fucking their dogs and
They were into
Like,
wait,
fucking
hold
their
on.
dogs.
like their dogs, like I love my dog. My dog is my baby. Like he's
Oh,
my
okay.
child. Things like that. But then when the story about Fauci about the Beagles experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Please, what is
It's
this?
good.
So the experiment was they would cut the vocal cords out of these beagles. They would stick their head into a kind of area and kind of have it closed off and let like these flying insects basically eat their face.
Holy!
I have no idea what the purpose of it was.
Were these women with wings? No,
You
sorry,
see-
okay.
This is the guy that
But
told
no.
everybody that they needed to wear masks. Let's just
Fauci,
clarify.
Yeah,
Fauci is the guy who said at first, masks, you don't need to wear a mask. Don't worry about it. COVID's, it's under control. And then 2 weeks later, everybody needs to wear a mask. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't go in here. All these places got to shut the fuck down. That guy fucked this country.
Great con man.
Very good con man.
Great
Huh.
con man. And
I never wore a fucking mask, and I didn't catch COVID until this past January.
I caught it once, but that was it.
And I worked every day.
I've had COVID twice. Once before I got the shot, and once after I got the shot.
I got a shot, and that's when I got COVID. Yeah.
because so for Oklahoma right now, because they passed it to where, regardless of vaccination status, with kids, even if they get COVID and stuff, they don't need to isolate.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's crazy
It's
because
like-
how long ago was this like mandatory
Exactly.
for everyone?
Because that's with these types of topics and issues with those people, it's a really picky and choosy type thing with what benefits them.
Fair. Yeah.
And a huge case that's still going on right now is Facebook and their fucking independent fact checker bullshit.
Yeah, their independent fact checker shit is fucking crazy.
Because, like, with the whole IRS hiring 80,000 people, like, adding on to their group.
87,000 IRS agents.
Yeah, 87,000. My mom, she posted a meme of, like, the single car on a highway when grandma gives you $20, and then it's a crowd of cop cars following, and it said, when you don't file it with the IRS.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hello. And,
So everybody say hi to my son. He's watching right now.
hello, Jonathan.
How are you?
Jonathan, I love you. You wrecked my Warzone KD. It's okay.
And it had like the independent fact checker saying that this is misinformation.
Yeah.
The IRS is not trying to attack you. And she also, so with her and some of her friends, they're always put in the Facebook jail for sharing stuff like that.
I love being put in Facebook jail. I've been there a couple of times.
But if you look on the other side,
Golf
when they
flight.
sat here and they would post stuff about Trump or any other like conservative side, no fact checking
Yeah.
and no Facebook jails. And it's the picky choosy bullshit.
That's something.
I know, it's weird how that works, isn't
Wasn't
it?
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg was just on Joe Rogan's podcast
Yeah.
2 days ago?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe tried to ask him of like something along those lines of like, how do you go about like verifying information and stuff like that? And classic Mark Zuckerberg, he played the dodgy and
Right.
lizard alien. You know,
It's all about word and shit, man.
It
It's all about it. It really is.
Jonathan.
Jonathan wants me to show you something, Tanner.
Show me something. What is it? The clip?
Yeah, it's actually for Tyler too, and you can see too because you know Siege.
Oh, it's a dick.
Oh yeah, there's a dick in there.
Jonathan, go to bed.
Oh yeah, that's
Jonathan, you need
It's
to go to sleep.
so
that's a
funny.
cool
I play it so
Jonathan,
much.
go to bed before I call your mother.
I know exactly what
Don't be
role
reckless.
that is.
yeah.
I don't know what any of that is because I don't play Siege.
The
I saw
game
the-
where you can walk through the entire house and just do nothing but this.
Yeah, but what a fucking awful game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate Siege.
Dude,
I love
it's so
Warzone.
strategic though.
No, it's not, bro.
It
You
is.
just dip, dodge, dive, and duck and dodge.
No, because you got.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! Oh damn it, Tyler, you're about to have to get Tanner a
I
new
didn't.
phone.
I didn't do nothing.
There's no way you didn't do nothing.
Holy shit!
We'll play the.
Wow,
We'll play the fucking
bro.
video back. Playing the video back. I
Wow,
didn't move
bro,
an inch.
that sucks.
Wow,
You gotta stand up and show the camera.
I'm so wet right now,
I'm sorry, man. I have those tendencies, huh?
bro. Yeah. Wow. If I have to get another new phone 2 weekends in a row, I'm gonna be mad.
So last weekend, we did talk about this a little bit. Last weekend, Tyler actually literally destroyed Tanner's phone last
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh wait, I
Yeah.
aggravate.
He destroyed it, and he had to get him a new phone. And now Tanner just spilled beer on his phone. So we're gonna blame Tyler for
I
that
didn't even
too.
feel that touch my hand, dude.
Wow.
Look, my hand didn't move at all. Play the video back.
So real quick, I want to touch back on the tattoo subject real quick. You were talking to me yesterday about how tattoos and the military, and we were talking about the progression of the visible tattoo, and stuff like that. Like 20 years ago, you couldn't do shit, right? 10 years ago, you could do a lot of things, and now you can do practically anything.
Yeah.
Is that
I don't know as far as the regulations as far as the Air Force, but so when I joined, you had to put in a request sheet, and it had to be if it was visible outside of like a T-shirt, right? So like
Yeah.
forearms and stuff.
The uniform.
Exactly.
So it
So
was 25% of exposed skin for us.
yeah, so it couldn't be bigger than the palm of your hand.
Yeah, basically.
And with my job at the time, I also had to put down every tattoo that I had in case if there was like if we got
Gang
kidnapped
violence,
and
Stuff like that.
they go to rescue you, they need
Yeah.
to know any identifying mark.
Oh, I thought it was like gang related stuff.
No. And then shortly after that, they allowed not having to put in a request sheet, and then after that, they allowed sleeves, now hands, and then
Kit even said it was fucking Todd.
It was not.
Todd did it.
He said it was Todd.
Lies.
Jonathan, for real, go to bed.
and then even now with the Navy, you can have neck tattoos.
Yeah, you can
Like
have
not
one
throat, but on the neck, and
on
right
the
now
back-
it still
on the-
has to
Yeah,
be.
it's on the back. It's on the back
Behind
of
your
neck.
ear at the it has to be like a size of a quarter or something.
Motherfucker.
I love you.
The phone. You know what his name is in my phone?
Tyler.
Phone Smasher 5000. I laugh every time I get a fucking text message from him. Tyler, the Phone Smasher 5000. I'm not even kidding. Let me find it. I'll pull it up. I'll pull up. Let's
Hey,
go.
Jamie, can we?
So
can we
if
get
you
this
need a phone smashed,
Really, we need a
I'll
Google
smash
guy.
it. $20.
just have like
Tell
an
me I'm not
advertisement of
lying.
that falling on the underside?
Tyler Phone Smasher 5000.
Every time I get a fucking
Holy
message. From him.
shit.
Yeah, every time I get a fucking message from him, it's the same thing.
Like-
Tyler, Phone Smasher 5000.
Imagine if you could have like a GIF
It's
whenever
okay.
you're getting the phone call, you just see
Can I see
someone
your
just
phone?
with a hammer
Smashing
just smashing
the
the phone.
phone.
Do you
Hey,
know-
what's my name in your phone?
Red Panda Pops.
Red Panda Pops.
His
Yeah.
name is Ginger, but it's like Ginger spelled all fucked up.
How is
It's
it spelled?
fucked up.
Oh, I want to see it. What's my name? Blah. What's my name look like in your phone?
Wait. I
There.
know. Not
Ginjash.
yeah.
Jesus.
I was slaughtered when I put your name in. my
Ginger
phone.
Daddy.
Nah,
Red
You
Panda
You guys
Pops.
see me put on my Instagram tag thing on my car?
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
Dude.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you put that on the Springfest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched you.
Oh,
I watched
my
you
God.
struggle. You were sweating bullets, bro. And then I was like, yo, you got fucking vinyl from somebody at the damn Springfest thing. They used 10-cent vinyl.
Yeah.
That shit.
Spent $30.
I can't believe
He let me
Dude.
drive the LS to work the other day.
that was a scam.
I had the windows down, right? I had the windows down, and I was like, man, I totally just fucked up Tyler's stickers. But then I looked at it, and I was like, those stickers are the same amount fucked up as when he put
Yeah.
them on there.
Yeah, they were really
Yeah,
fucked
they were fucked. It's an LS 400.
So
Instagram.
we were talking a little bit last night, you and I, about your father. To me, I'm a dad. Tanner's a dad. To me, your dad sounds like a fucking awesome dude. And
I'm sure
And
if I
I'm-
heard the same,
and
Tyler says nothing.
seriously, man, Ryan, good job, man. It's a hell of a guy right here. I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you were talking about last night.
I gotta do.
Like any kind of stories or something that you'd like to share anyways with the public about, how you were raised by somebody
He was beaten with corn.
who well I don't want to tell too much about it or whatnot, but it's actually your stepfather. And you and I have the same similarity with that because my father, he was my stepdad, and he raised me like a father would. But anyways, your story is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I'll touch into it a little bit. So cue the Sarah McLachlan and Super
Duck
Seven.
underneath.
Duck your tall black ass underneath that fucking. I'm just
Under the
kidding.
cord.
Hey, buddy, I love you.
I love you more.
Oh wow.
Nah, but for real, talk.
If you guys don't know, this
my
is our
dad-
good friend Shay.
It's cars monster trucking.
Yeah,
All the
just
time.
like yours.
Yeah, you're much
Yeah, but, hey, I'll be lower than you in a week.
Hey Shay, those kicks, bro.
Yes.
Yo, he did.
Bro.
He wore the blue
Bro,
Jordans.
those
you gotta
fucking
show
kicks.
now.
Man, just
You gotta
going.
show
Those
the camera.
kicks are dope as
Show the
fuck.
camera. You gotta-
Hey man, I need
Camera
that.
can't see him right there. You gotta lift him up.
You gotta
Give
lift
us a
your
lift.
Just lift your leg up a little bit. Oh man,
Uh.
the color on them motherfuckers, man.
Who bought them? You want to know who bought these bitches?
Yes.
My ex bitch.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Now you want to the next
Wow.
bitch.
Wait,
They
did
smell
she
like
did she
cologne,
buy
my
them
guy.
for you after the breakup and say like I'm sorry? No,
Hold up. Yo,
Wow.
I'm getting a FaceTime from Emily.
During the
don't do it.
Not right now.
Podcast?
Let me see.
No, I thought it would have been funny.
Don't do it.
Maybe
We're not
it's
doing the podcast.
Hey, he'll call you back. Love you, sweetheart. Spit tequila in my mouth.
Oh man,
nice.
that's a good response for that. Tyler's like, man, my hopes and dreams were just shattered. She's 6 hours away. What am I gonna do?
Oh my god.
What were you gonna do anyways, Tyler?
What was I going to do?
Exactly. Do the same thing you've been doing with her while we're trying to play pool and all that shit.
Yeah.
Listen to her talk about
over to me.
nothing.
Yeah, listen to her talk about oh well, Chad.
Tyler,
I could have added something. I don't know.
Anyways, I want to get back to this.
She would've been
Laying
like,
the groundwork for possibilities.
yeah, exactly. She would have been like, well, Chad Churdley left me at a bar again.
I didn't even say
And he
that.
would have been like, I'm
I
so
didn't
sorry.
say
And
that.
she would have been like, and Chad Churdley.
Chad Churdley. Who the fuck?
I'm making up
Just
names.
making up a name.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
great name.
It
to
sounds
make
like
up,
a name
man.
for a fucking douchebag, right?
God,
Chad
man, the
Churdley.
male version of a Karen.
Brad Birdley.
Brad Birdley, Chad Girdley.
Chad
Holy
Churdley.
shit, man.
And
Tyler.
You got Shay over here who changed his name
Look at
on
this.
Instagram. He changed his name on Instagram to Butta. Butta.
Did you
Butta.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Butta.
You're no longer SHP
No, because- no, because-
4762.
because this motherfucker texted me one day and he goes, man, I had butt sex with a chick. He texted me one day. He said, man, I had butt sex with a chick. Do I have AIDS?
Oh, I remember this conversation.
Yeah, it was the group.
So
chat.
you think that if you stick your dick in a girl's butt, you get AIDS? Hey, Shay,
Shay,
talking to you.
What?
If you stick your dick in a girl's butt, you think you get AIDS?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow. How
my
old
man-
are you?
My man
Hold
is
on,
stuck in the
let's
70s.
pause here. If someone actually
Sorry.
does have AIDS, you do have possibilities.
Yes, of course. If you stick your dick in a girl who doesn't have
I can
AIDS,
tell you.
you're not gonna get AIDS.
Say less. At least
Okay.
say that now.
Yeah, you can stick it to any of her holes. If she doesn't have AIDS, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, but
You
you know what he got?
You're
that
totally free,
you know
bro.
what he got that he was mortified about? Poopy dick.
You got poop dick? Aw, hey man, it's okay. It
We've
happens
all
to the
gotten
best
there
of us,
one
man.
at a time. You know?
It
I
happens
had
to
a
the
girl
best of
throw
us.
up on me while she was sucking my shit.
What?
Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
What?
Isn't
At
that-
least she
was-
gave
it
it
was-
her all.
Dude, it was like
She
it was-
gave her
it was
all-
a weird.
she gave it her all.
transition.
Hey,
Right?
she gave it her all and her dinner.
No,
All
like
hands.
I'm sitting there. She's giving me top or whatever, and then she throws up, and I go, oh my god! Like I'm like more concerned than she is, right? And she goes, oh, it's okay. I'm gonna go clean it up. Right? Cleans it up, continues sucking, and I go, I think she might be the one.
That shows dedication. my friend.
Dedication.
Wow.
Hey Shay,
Yeah,
if you stick your dick in a girl's butt nowadays, you could probably contract monkeypox.
that's tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's real tough.
That is
It's
tough.
really tough.
Decisions.
You go to work and you have monkeypox all over you, and you're like, I'm tough.
Hey, I got a salary. I just had to stay
salary?
for like 2 weeks and get paid.
Yeah, facts.
It's great.
What?
Yeah.
He's not lying.
What happened?
Huh?
What?
He's saying he has to stay home for 2 weeks when he gets monkeypox. So.
Oh, got it. Anyway,
Yeah.
2 weeks. Is that all that Anthony Fauci says is the recommendation?
I don't know. He's probably the originator of fucking monkeypox. He was over here. He's like, man, this chimp pussy feels real good.
Chimp puss.
All right. Let's get back on track just a little bit here.
Anthony Fauci over here, fucking chimps.
So, Chris, let's talk about your father. Let's go back to your dad.
What a good- what a
We're
good
gonna go from
transition.
monkeypox to Ryan.
Yeah. So
Chimp pussy.
I remember the earliest memory I have was back when my mom and I would spend time with my real dad. He had 2 sons. I remember them.
Your real dad?
Yeah, my real dad. And when I would go visit them, the man was a menace.
Your real dad was a menace.
Yeah, so his mentality, because his sons were about 10 years older than me. So they were like,
So what was his mentality like? Was he just like?
Oh, he's about to get into it.
so
Were you
he
pretty-
basically got it into their heads and how he was raising them was to beat the shit out of me
Uh-huh.
in order for them to become men.
What?
Holy shit.
Yes. So they would beat the shit out of me. Even I would sit here and try like the original Resident Evil games. Like I'd be like, "Oh wow, that's so cool," and they would just beat the shit out of me because I was trying to watch them play.
So I'm trying to become a man. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry not to.
Yeah. And like I remember he would throw me downstairs. He'd like beat the shit out of me.
So I
and
didn't
I remember I would
understand
throw
that.
up blood.
Oh my god!
How serious?
Holy
it is.
shit!
Yeah. And after all that, he would buy me toys, and I thought that's how it was supposed to be.
Are you serious?
And
so
then
interestingly enough, I have a friend. His name's Colton. He's a really good friend. And his stepfather, his biological dad wanted nothing to do with him. His biological mother was killed in a car crash. His biological father, when he would get mad, they'd get into like an argument, and he would like shove him downstairs and shit like that. So I've never really grasped that. The closest I've got to something like that was I smoked some pot, and my pops beat me with a shoe. I had Nike checks everywhere.
It's Shane's shoe.
Yeah.
You can't throw that at me, okay?
I was in the game.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
EA Sports.
Yeah.
and I remember like because I would come home, I would take like a bath and stuff, and they would find the bruises all over me.
Yeah.
And my dad,
Your stepdad? Ryan?
My dad.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
but
Ryan.
to clarify,
Not Ryan.
he calls Ryan his dad because that is his father figure. And
Well, he adopted me, so he's
Right.
officially my dad.
understood that. Yeah.
So he went up to him. He was like, "Hey, if I ever see bruises on him again, you will never see Christopher again." Sure enough, I came back one day. I had bruises, and I never saw him again.
To this day.
To this day, never reached out to me.
Never said anything, huh? And so, like, going forth, do you want a family with a son, daughter, any children, or anything like that? Is that something you strive for, or is it like, man,
I'm open to it, but I'm not. If it doesn't happen, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Like I'm not. It's not my drive at the end of the day. Like, oh man, I want kids. I want them.
Yeah.
I want them. Like if it happens, it happens. If not.
Ladies, my man Chris, phenomenal guy. He's single.
Really a really good guy. Really.
I mean, look at how Rico
look at
swung.
Daddy.
We actually cut him out of GQ and fired up our cloning machine in the back here behind the
GTR tarp.
Yeah, and so we cloned him out of GQ. So he's coming up with these off the cuff. He's single. He's ready to mingle.
And trust me, he's got a nice cock.
Phenomenal photographer.
Okay.
He's got an okay cock.
We all got okay cocks, man.
Yeah, we're all kosher here. We all know what we're talking about.
Except
We,
Shay, the black guy over there. He's got a fucking
hammer.
He's got a real American sledgehammer over there.
Yeah. So I'm having a hard time, man. Like, so growing up in an abusive household like that, were you seeing your father like on weekends and like that was your weekend routine? I was like, oh, I'm going to dad's. I'm going to get.
I don't remember. Like if looking back at it now, and you have like dual custody and things like that, or visitation rights.
Yeah.
I imagine that's probably what it was.
Uh-huh.
Like it would be his weekend or
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that's what it was.
So
Really?
how old were you when Ryan adopted you?
I don't remember the exact age. I just remember when I was 6, we lived in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of my earliest, besides the abuse, living in that house was the earliest, some of my earliest memories. And I remember we were packing everything up because we were moving to Sapulpa, which is where they ended up and still live now.
Yeah.
I remember, being a kid, trying to help out as much as I can. And we had this step stool. It's a 2-step stool and a metal circular like bar thing, right?
Yeah.
So I climb up it, and I couldn't reach the shelf to grab the glasses. So I get onto the metal part. I slip with like 4 cups in my hand, and I slice my wrist open. Like that's.
God damn.
Oh, you still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Still bleeding. I'm just kidding.
and it like the sheath actually came out of my hand. Like they were like, oh my god. So they put it like
Yeah.
bandage me and take me to the hospital. And I still remember just sitting there, just watching the doctors like take the glass, like search the inside of my wrist, trying to find glass. And I was like, oh, that's weird.
That's neat stuff.
And I remember there's this like older fucking fat bitch, and had a small cut on his knee, and they're putting stitches on him. And he's like, oh, that hurts so much. And meanwhile, I'm just over here just chilling.
So
Wow.
So at no point in time, and I mean this in a humorous way, your father didn't say you're going to be a fucking pool rock star because you absolutely fucking slayed the table tonight. You guys can see the table behind us. Chris ran the table for fucking, 7 games, 8 games in
Yeah.
a row.
Just about.
Killer.
Yeah, you fucking were just
He was
absolutely
crushing. He was
destroying
crushing.
us. Yeah.
He was crushing. He
But
stepped
then it
up,
went
and I was like,
downhill
"Damn."
from there. It was like a reverse hustle.
Well, then you should have seen.
reverse
then you
hustle.
should have
You're like,
seen-
I got $100. He
You
lost.
should have
it.
seen when we went to the vape store before the podcast, and I got him back on the cornhole boards.
Oh, that's what took you guys so long, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we only did like
We did 2 rounds.
two
Back
two
and forth.
tosses. That's all.
No,
Okay.
I want to add to that though because I mean, quite a few people have had some issues with their fathers and stuff, and I want to add that like I feel like it makes you a better person. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know how you took that and are applying it.
You're referring
now.
to Al?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, fuck Al.
Yeah, Al. Hey,
Al
look,
can come here and fight me.
I would love to beat Al's ass.
I would love to beat Al's ass.
Al is
Fuck
his
Al.
father,
Yeah.
and Al was just like your biological father. And
Al looks more like
I-
Fred Durst than Wade.
God damn.
Yeah, except he looks like Fred Durst if Fred Durst got processed through Walmart and then kicked the fucking Dollar Tree.
I would love to fight
Fred Durst.
his dad
Fuck
for
Al.
sure.
So the Wish version.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
is
yeah,
the
he's
Wiz
like,
version.
no, he's worse than the Wiz version. If there was something called Hope,
It'll be here in a week.
And what I'm saying
They're
is
making
like
a wish.
maybe. Yeah.
what I'm saying is
Fuck
like
Al.
I've dealt with a couple things myself, so I want to know how that makes you who you are now because I know how that affected me. I did a lot of soul searching, as you would say.
So it
He said,
For a
first of all, the
while-
haircut is what came first.
yeah the
the slick fade with the nice pompadour look came first.
for a while it never really fazed me because I had Ryan in my life
Yeah.
and he raised me to be the man that I am today and he's the person I look up to most and
Ryan?
yeah and he's just an amazing man.
So if you could
But-
say, go ahead.
But with everything that happened with my real father, I never took it as a negative. I took it more so as a learning experience of how I will never raise my kids that way.
And
So if you could say,
I'm with that.
one thing to Ryan that you
That's something that he knows, but he doesn't know. That you
Yeah.
haven't said anything about to him, actually.
We've said a lot about
I
that.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
So like,
I mean,
I bet.
like,
I bet
Like,
you,
kill
you,
him, man.
you guys are completely open with each
Yeah.
other 100%, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And honestly, the shit that you were telling me about last night, man, it's really beautiful, man.
yeah,
yeah, and something that my dad does is he'll handwrite letters to me. Still, like
Wow.
even like from the day I left for boot camp to now, he still handwrites letters. Especially when I come to visit for leave,
Yeah.
he'll handwrite a letter, being extremely appreciative of me spending the time that I was able to with him. And don't think I didn't catch this one. He put it in my suitcase this time. Yeah, so I have it. I'm waiting until I actually get back to Hawaii and I'm able to be by myself so I can actually read it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Your dad, man.
That
I
is
want to meet Ryan so
fantastic.
bad.
He's a cool
Wait,
dude.
Ryan
like-
is the one writing these, or your
Yeah.
biological father writes these?
right.
Ryan,
Ryan.
his dad. He
Yeah.
calls Ryan his dad because that's the man that raised him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool fucking dude. Like he started off like he went to college on a runner's scholarship.
Yeah.
He ended up working in the prison system. He was, I think it was Kansas. That's where he started. And then after that, he went into farmers insurance, coming into Oklahoma, then Progressive, and then now he's with Travelers Insurance.
Okay.
And
Can you give me a good deal? I'm kidding. He said probably.
yeah.
But it's just some of the stories that he says, and even like his father, some of the stories that he said, because he was a pilot during Vietnam,
Okay.
like was down 3 times,
Yeah,
and
Ryan's father.
like wrote a book. I still don't have my copy of it, which I do need to read.
Yep.
And
He's still living, correct? Ryan's father.
Oh yeah, they're living the high life, man. Like they'll sit here and go to all these restaurants.
Yeah.
And the entire restaurant staff is their friends in all these places, and
And stuff like that.
it was cool being able to go down there, visit, and meeting all these cool people.
Yeah.
And stuff.
That's wonderful, man.
And like one of the stories that I was actually telling Wade the other night, with him working in the prison system, he had a good working relationship. Like him and his brother, my uncle, worked in the prison with each other.
Okay.
And they had like a good, somewhat relationship with the inmates. And there was one time my dad told them that, hey, if I see any paraphernalia as far as needles,
Yeah.
you're done.
It's going to be a problem. Yeah.
And the inmates understood that.
Mm-hmm.
This one inmate, he got caught with the needles. He's like, look, man, I told you this is going to happen. He's like, I understand, Mr. Kringle. You got to do what you got to do. So
that's respect.
They tore apart the whole cell to see if there was any other contraband and stuff like that. And they found his book of all of his artwork for tattoos. And they went through it, and my dad was like, man, I really like that. It was a clown, I believe. Can I get that?
Ryan, since you were in here, was it a clown? Go on.
And he was like, yeah, go for it. And yeah, he has it tattooed on his back, I believe.
Really?
And he still has the art book, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do remember still seeing the art book. I believe it's in his. I don't remember where exactly, but I do remember what being a kid and like going in there and seeing it and just seeing all this different artwork. Like, wow, that's
I gotta say, there's a lot of things I learned about you tonight, Chris. Like, we've been friends for going on, almost 3 years now. I did not know half of the shit.
Like, I know I could be a very crazy and outgoing individual,
I
but I'm
remember
also very quiet.
We went to that Irish pub one night to do photos over in Virginia Beach. You remember that? And
I do remember.
And a person who shall remain unnamed was like, hey, man, do you like these photos? Do you like these photos? I remember you getting very annoyed at that because you were taking photos of my car, other people's cars, when I had the Mercedes-Benz. And at the time, I was like, man, this guy's pretty. This is a pretty cool cat. You know, like Chris, pretty cool dude. Let me, you know, I still use that spot. I have an actually super fire photo. I'll show you after.
This is under the bridge, right?
Yeah,
That we
under
went
that-
to? So
the
yeah,
bridge with all the lighting. Yeah.
the place where the place went last night.
Yeah.
I showed you guys that spot, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me the spot
Just to let y'all know. Because I shot Kit's car there. Kit, drop the picture.
No,
Drop it
Chris.
right now.
Drop the pictures.
Can you do pictures and chat?
No,
No,
you can't.
you
But he can
can't.
send them to me.
Just
I can
imagine,
probably
like
pull
you
it
just get
up,
like a dick
I'm
pic
just
in the
being
fucking-
too lazy right now.
This is quite
Kit,
possibly.
send me the picture. Send me the best picture from underneath the bridge out in Virginia Beach.
This is
It's
quite
cool to
possibly the hardest photo I think I've ever taken. Bam.
Yeah, good photo.
It's cool to see how much
Hit the before and
respect
after.
that your dad got. Because I feel like that moment where he was able to, you know, when
Yeah.
he found the needle, and that inmate is saying like, I totally understand. You know, like that shows so much how
This
much
one?
respect that even the inmates had for your father, and that's cool.
So,
I find
Yeah,
that really
because
cool.
he was also attached to the gang unit in there as well. I mean, he's, you know, they've had to do a lot of fucked up shit, which
Right.
happens in the prison system all the time. But he, yeah, super cool dude.
What happened to that inmate? You know? No.
If you're just caught with contraband, I would imagine maybe just
30 days in the fucking cell or something.
So bars,
20,
sauce.
23 hours.
It's not like going to the
Isolation.
gulag, like finding a
100,
needle and just taking you out back and old yelling.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
115 beats with the fucking sock so far.
Okay.
You know what you got to do? You got to have a group hug in the showers tonight.
They call it group hug just to make you feel comfortable, but meanwhile,
Yeah, we all know what happens in the
we
showers.
all know what
in
happens in
prison.
the showers. That's why they had soap on the robe.
So we have like the meme of Rob Schneider in Longest Yard. Group hug in the showers tonight.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if I ever go to prison, I'm finding a way to end it all. I ain't cut out for that shit.
Yeah, just say you got some dirt on Hillary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Only way, like if you're in like a huge prison, like the only way you're gonna really be able to truly survive in there is you're gonna have to do some fucked up shit. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to be the one.
Stay with your race.
You're gonna have to be the one doing the fucking.
fucked up.
Y'all know that show where they send like these like
60 days in.
is it that one? I think it
I
is.
automatically knew exactly what you're going for.
They send
I
those
think,
like
that
people
show's
in
just,
there
like 60 days in. Yeah.
and they spend all that time and then fucked up shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy show.
Is another one where they have like the police officers and stuff like that, and they're like kind of undercover or something like
Mhm.
that. Is
It's
that what
random.
it is?
Like they can be cops, they can be actual prison guards, they can be just normal people.
And they just see how the prison systems are. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
That's
well, so
very
my
interesting.
thing is systemically, I think prison systems are meant to keep, and even laws are meant to keep people in the system because prisons aren't run by the state, they're actually run by corporations.
What was that one idea you had?
Oh, if you claim, sorry, kid, if you claim to be a woman in prison, they're going to treat you like such.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but you get to
you're
go
just-
hang out with all the women.
Your
though.
currency is all you want. That's that when
Yeah.
when you're in that mindset, all you are is currency, and you're passed around. Like if someone wants, like, hey, bro,
Who's
like
going
I
to get a
want
piece of crap?
I want something from the commissary.
I want some
or
ramen
something.
noodles. You're gonna have to bend over.
It's like, all right, well let
That's
me
what- that's
let me
what
get
I'm
your bottom bitch for the night.
Like,
How bad do you want ramen noodles?
what idea that I had an idea around the prison system.
Yeah.
Yeah, pedophile island. So you take all of the pedophiles and you put them on an island with no food, no water, no nothing, and you make them fight to the death. And so I think it's a great idea. And so when they, at the end of the time that they're on this island, the only way that they can get food is by killing other pedophiles. Okay, and then this island it's surrounded by fences and everything. You can't swim to an adjacent island or nothing like that. And then when that one pedophile wins, he waits. And once you get 10 pedophiles together, they all go in and they all fight to the death, and they just keep kind of continuing this cycle. So eventually, you have one super violent rapist who fucking loves kids, and then you just kill him.
Yeah,
And then the new
so
season starts.
there's actually a movie
season
kind of
finale.
like that.
Yeah.
There's a movie kind of like that, but instead of rape, like pedophiles and stuff, it's just all these different criminals. It's an older movie with
Wait, is
Stone
it with
Cold
the-
Steve Austin.
With the race? Is it a racing movie? No.
No, not a racing
Okay.
movie.
All right,
They
never
go
mind.
to an island and they like kill each other in order to survive, and they basically to try and win their freedom. So kind of like the concept of Death Race, but it's
Death Race. Yeah, there it is.
It's
Except
older than that, but it's with Stone Cold Steve Austin, the wrestler,
Yeah.
back when he was doing movies.
So my whole thing is like
North Sentinel Island.
non-violent offenders.
Take them to North Sentinel Island. The pedophiles.
Sure.
What is that?
Non-violent. I don't know
You
what
don't know
it is. No, I don't know
What is
about it. But
I'll tell you
non-violent.
about it. But this
Non-violent.
motherfucker keeps
I
on
want to
talking.
talk.
We know.
Okay. You usually
We
do
know.
all. You usually do
We
all
know.
the big fella. Non-violent offenders, like your drug offenders, people who are selling pot or coke.
The
or
Condemned.
whatever.
What's up, Tony? Thank you so much. I appreciate
Who's
you being
Tony?
here.
Do we know Tony?
Tony.
I actually worked with him here when I was last year, and
What's
that's
up, Tony?
the movie. It's The Condemned.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So like non-violent offenders
Tony,
don't
welcome.
get put part. Tony Romo can get put part in this because he fucking sucked from being on the Cowboys. But that's beside the point. Tony Romo sucked dick.
We're not talking about football right now. Go. Keep going.
Tony Romo
No, he
sucked
did not.
fucking
No, he did not.
quarterback.
Shut the
Yes,
fuck up. Stop.
Tony Romo-
Stop. Stop.
Tony
Stop.
Ho-
Stop.
Tony Homo.
Keep
Tony
talking
Homo.
about your
Tony
bullshit.
Homo.
Keep talking about your bullshit. Non-fucking violent
So,
offender,
All
whatever
right, so
bullshit.
non-violent offenders aren't part of
Not
it. Tony
talking about
Romo is
football
on the
right
middle of the fucking pedophile island.
You're stupid.
And
So
yeah,
dumb.
and he has to fight for his life against these fucking bloodthirsty pedophiles.
You're
No,
so
but
stupid.
yeah, fuck Tony Romo.
He's gonna throw them all off the fucking island with
No,
his
he's not.
goddamn
With what?
rocket
His
arm.
broken ass fucking arm.
His rocket
His broken ass fucking arm?
He doesn't. He never had a broken arm.
I know that, but he sucked dick.
No, he didn't.
He's a fucking pussy in the pocket.
No, he did not.
Yes, he's
What?
a pussy.
You are tripping.
I am
Stop.
not tripping.
Yeah. No, you don't even watch football. Stop.
I'm gonna
Stop.
we're
You
gonna
don't
have-
even watch
we're-
football.
We're gonna have this debate later.
Yup.
With your beard.
I will wreck you.
So non-violent offenders, though, I think that the world.
Eagles.
Fuck off.
Get out of here, Mike.
Stupid ass
Yeah,
bullshit.
Mike Vick ass.
Mike.
I don't watch
Yeah,
football.
So my thing is non-violent offenders, like your drug offenders, I don't think would be lumped into a program like this. I also think that drug offenders and drugs in general should be kind of like legalized, right?
Yeah.
Just if somebody wants to nod off in an alleyway over like fucking shooting up heroin, let them do it. Okay,
Yeah, legalize all drugs.
legalize all drugs.
Well, me personally, like if you had like when you have those drugs
Except for
and
Tony
you have the like intention of mass production and sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you were convicted like that, instead of having this huge sentence, part of it is you have to give back to the community that you tried to sell.
And some of these people are fucking brilliant business owners, and they have a brilliant business strategy behind them. And then we just say, fuck them, put them in jail for 70 years or whatever, and we just leave them there. And what have they done wrong but sell some dope?
You know how
what
much
I mean?
talent is in the prison system? Like we were just talking about artwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
ungodly amounts
Yeah.
of talent in the
bro.
prison system right now that probably don't even deserve
I
to
would
be there.
I would gladly go to a tattoo convention where they had a guy chained up, and if he had a showcase showing his work, I would let him tattoo me before I let Joe Schmo over at Blue Horseshoe, who fucked up my tattoo on my arm. Blue Horseshoe, I'm calling you out. You fucked up my tattoo on my arm. It does not say what it's supposed to say, motherfuckers. I would let some.
Shit.
Yeah, no,
Were you not
this
able to
is-
see it on stencil, or did you freehand it?
no, it was a stencil. He fucked up. He went too heavy on the D, and it looks like a P.
So
fuck
it,
him.
Oh,
And this motherfucker was the owner of this tattoo parlor. He was the owner.
Owner of Blue Horseshoe.
Yeah, fuck
Right
him.
here in Hampton.
Yeah, fuck him. I'll burn that place down.
Ooh,
And-
shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
We gotta get Shaggy. We gotta get Shaggy from Z104
covered
here.
up.
Yeah, and
Or
no,
colored
no,
in.
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, but the artist you got was great. This is a
She
phenomenal tattoo.
was great. I
If-
wish I
if-
had her Instagram tag.
If I found
she's phenomenal.
if I found a tattoo artist who could fucking do a dope ass tattoo and was in the prison system, I'd gladly pay for their fucking
With prison tools.
yeah, absolutely, dude. I would gladly take a stick and poke tattoo from a prison inmate than a fucking tattoo that comes out looking. I mean, he nailed kind of some of it, but like, and I say some of it because that's wrong. This is touching. This isn't supposed to be touching. You know what I mean? I would gladly go to a convention where they have an inmate there who knows how to tattoo, and they give him the equipment to tattoo his art. I would pay him to do that.
Pay him in ramen noodles.
No, I'd pay him in cash, man. I don't give a fuck.
I'm messing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So my buddy Tony Marcone, he was actually agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Horseshoe is
Thank
the
you.
worst.
Thank you, Tony. He said the owner is a joke. Yeah, the motherfucker tattooed me, Tony, and fucked up my tattoo. So I got a fucked up tattoo right here.
Well, you know who can cover it up really good?
Yeah, you guy.
Me.
Yeah,
Taylor Morrison.
Taylor Morrison.
Taylor
Not me.
Morrison.
I hit him up. He's booked out until
Oh, he's
fucking
booked
the
up
middle
like a
of like
motherfucker.
next year.
Yeah, you gotta wait for a
Jesus
random
Christ.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was so surprised I was able to get this done.
Because I was like, man, I want this tattoo done. So ironically enough, because like I covered my depression with humor, and that's what this is. That's what this is for. So you covered. So it says sad on the mask, right? But because he went too heavy-handed on the D, it bled in to where it's supposed to be bleeding down, like it's like blood-coated letters. And then boom, this, and then he did a smile tattoo on my finger because you both know. Actually, all three of you know I do photography. So smile at the camera. This shit faded almost instantaneously because he was not heavy-handed enough with the tattoo.
Yeah. So with hand tattoos, finger tattoos, I will say from my experience with them, they're very easy to fade.
Yep.
And it's awesome when you have an artist that does free touch-ups
Yeah.
to make sure that when it's done, it looks exactly how it's supposed
Well, and I went back and I said, hey, man, like, this is fucked up. Like, you can't, it doesn't even look like a D. It's all bleeding together at this point.
And he was like, "What do you want me to do about
I
it?"
was like, hey, this is like, what can you do to fix this? And he was like, what are you talking about? You paid for it, you left. And I was like, okay, well,
That's
I'm
terrible.
never fucking coming back here again.
That's terrible.
I will give them a bad name for the rest of my fucking life because they fucked up a tattoo on my forearm.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Wow.
looking at that tattoo, me personally, if I was the artist, I would ask if we could do it a little bit bigger.
Mhm.
So, because, I mean, this is just me from my opinion, not from, like, being a tattooer and stuff. But having it larger like
Tattooers
that.
the tattooer that did this, his name's Rhino. That's what he goes by, Rhino. And he tattoos like a rhino would. Fucking two hoofs together, fucking trying to doodle.
Then,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
I would have recommended having it a little bit bigger so you have less likelihood of that bleed effect happening.
Yeah, and I would have gladly had it further up my arm, but like, whatever. Or even kind of come around this side. I don't care how big it was. I don't care about money. I just wanted it to look good. And now it's all, I mean, tell me it's not all bleeding together.
I mean, luckily, if you do want to have like a cover up done, and
Yeah.
so something to have the same tone and mindset with that tattoo.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of
Yeah.
heavy blacks into it, so there's a lot of options that you could do.
Yeah, but the problem is, it came out shitty on the first go. You know what I mean? Like, you could have picked like a 5-liner instead of a 7, or like, you know what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, here, Shay.
Is it cold?
Nice
Nice.
catch. Oh,
Wow.
fucking hands on this man. He should have played football instead of joining the military.
Freak no, bro.
Freak no. What do you mean freak no? Oh, there it is. That's right. You're weak as fuck when it comes
Oh
to
yeah,
drinking.
Daddy.
Oh my
Don't spill it
God.
on your fucking beautiful shoes.
Oh my God.
I won't.
I know you
I
won't.
should, because my ex-bitch bought it for me.
Yeah.
And just send it back to her in the same box.
Shay's got a thing for Latinos.
Not anymore.
Well,
Of course.
I mean,
All right, Shay,
I-
since you're over there.
Thank
Latinos
you.
are it.
Fucking
Never again.
Hey,
Never
Shay.
again.
So, that being said, I heard you took a girl to a meet tonight.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, what are you looking at him for? Don't look at him like that.
I did.
All right,
He's
so,
like,
all right,
what?
bro. So, what
We
she-
want to know.
So, where did that net you out? Because obviously your pants ain't saturated. What's up?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell them what I told you last time?
About what? Oh, how I didn't crack?
Yeah, I know you didn't crack.
Because my car's too small, bro.
Yeah, that's not the only reason. But
And
yeah,
he bought him food.
you bought her food so her
Hey.
stomach was full. But you got to crack before.
I'm a lover, bro. I
That's
know.
all
I know you a lover, and the only thing you be loving is the fact that you love your car, which is monster trucking. I'm gonna be low before you, big
I
dog.
need my struts first, dog.
Bro, you should
Those
just
air
buy-
struts are too fucking expensive.
No, they're not.
$2,200 for some air struts?
For some air struts, just buy the. You might as well just buy race lands at this point. For your race land.
Jesus.
I'm fucking with you, dog.
There's no point. Once I get the struts, the car's gonna be bagged like a week after.
Yeah, but bags are for groceries, dude.
It's my daily, dog.
Bags are for fags.
You gotta have.
Can't say that on air, Tyler.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Cannot say that on there. We're gonna get
Oh my
canceled.
God, Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, one bitch, baby.
Here, man.
There you go.
So, how'd it go with her though? Overall, was it good? Are you about to start cracking some VA baddies, or are you about to go fly back to Cali
Oh, fuck no.
to
Never
crack
again.
the same
Never again.
same bitch?
I have not talked to that bitch since I broke up with her, bro.
Really? You broke up with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because
You learn from
so
You went from the best.
she was pissing me off because she forgot that I have family and friends in California. She thinks it's just her.
Oh, she was family, friends, and girlfriend, huh?
Yeah,
Must have been weird to crack,
so she
huh?
thought that the world revolved around her, right? She couldn't understand that, I gotta fucking separate shit with all of y'all, not just you. They don't like that. And I went to a club for my boy's birthday, a strip club, I'm a fucking dude. What the fuck you expect? I'm chilling there. Still to this day, I don't know how the fuck she knew I was there. The location was off the whole time I was there.
At a strip club. You told me this story. Yeah.
Yep. Came back, and then 6 a.m. in the morning, I get a call from her. Oh, sorry for waking you up. Where the fuck were you last night? Verbatim, that's how she said it.
You know what she did? She shoved an air tag in his ass.
No. Did you have her on Snapchat? I was going to say like geotagging, and she probably saw you.
She did. You want to know what she did? This shit's gonna blow your fucking mind. You want to know what she did? So, I guess when I did have my location on. So I guess she kind of like
So you-
saw
so-
the route I was taking.
So crazy thing, you can call somebody's phone, right? And it'll reactivate their location tag.
That's just wild.
So if
That's
you were
how
at
shit is.
so if you were at the club, right, and she called you while you was at the club, it would have reactivated your geotag.
That's probably what she
Chris?
did.
Yeah.
Because like
Oh my goodness.
I took it off because I was like, nah, this bitch is crazy. I don't want to deal with her right now. She
Yeah.
pissed me off. So I took the location. It wasn't even for the strip club. It was just in general. So what she did was, I guess she figured out I went to the strip club. Didn't let me or didn't say shit to me.
I wonder how she figured out.
No, what she
Yeah.
did was because there's a chick at the door, right? There's a chick at the door. So what she did when I wasn't there, she drove way the fuck to the strip club, told the bitch, "Yo, this is my boyfriend. Let me know whenever he's there." Right? I pull up again.
Oh my
I went there like
Oh,
I went there like 4 times, right? Went there 4 times.
Oh my
But
god.
one of those, it was a different person at the door. And then she tried to homie hop. She tried to DM my homeboy
Instagram, like my closest homeboy. She was like, "Oh, I saw you on my Explore page, some dumbass fucking shit to try to talk to him, right?" And my boy was like, "I know who you are. I can't play slick." He's like, "Oh, he went to the strip club 3 times." That's why I was like, "Hold on, I went 4 times, but 3 times out of those 4 times, it was that same chick at that fucking door." So she talked to the bitch at the door to basically let her know whenever I was there.
So what you're telling me is that chick isn't a fucking homie.
Pretty much. Basically just fucked me over. And the way how she talked, I don't
Not really. You know why? Because that's some toxic ass shit that your ex girlfriend did, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That's
definitely.
super
That's
toxic.
some super toxic
crazy.
shit.
It's
Man.
like that's some crazy
You got out of a
shit.
good one, right?
That's like some Misery, like the
You're
old
lucky.
Stephen King movie, like Misery shit.
So here's my 2 cents on that. Women, don't be toxic, and your man won't be toxic.
You know what's funny?
This is very true.
We
You know
won't
what's
we
funny?
won't learn from future.
They experienced everything I have to experience with this bitch. Everything.
Who?
She would call me, I'll be back. I'll be outside of my car for like an hour.
Yeah, no,
Why are you with your friends for at midnight?
Oh yeah,
Blah,
no,
blah,
bro.
blah.
You show up late after being on FaceTime with this chick,
Yep, all the time.
and then boom, you fucking leave middle of the party, and you're on FaceTime with this chick. And I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
First of all, trying to maintain a long distance relationship
That
from
shit's
Virginia
ass.
to California
That shit's
is
ass.
almost impossible because of shit like that.
Creeps ain't got no
Oh,
Dr.
hey,
Peppers.
If you
I
want to know, actually.
Oh.
So Tony, I have 2, and I had Dr. Pepper earlier. That habit is still going. Sorry,
Yes.
but yeah,
Yes, it is. And I can vouch for it. I know he's got Dr. Peppers.
yeah,
we
that
have another person
When
showing up.
she made my life hell. Perfect example, when I deployed, right?
Yeah.
I told her, yo, it's gonna be an 18-hour flight or whatever.
I'm not gonna be able to talk to you.
I won't be able to talk to you. When I land, I'll call you if I can, but I'm probably gonna be unpacking all this shit. I let her know this beforehand, before I even took off from landing. Right? I get there, same shit what I warned her might possibly happen. I had to get my bags, I had to unpack, I had to get settled in, blah blah blah. There's not Wi-Fi here, there, and everywhere. Next morning I call her because I fell asleep. Call her, hey babe, what?
Oh.
And she's all mad. Yeah.
All that,
bro.
Like, it's like, see, this is why I didn't want you to go on this stupid ass deployment. Blah blah blah.
You can't help
Like I
that
had
though.
no choice. Like I had a choice. First off, second, it's like it hasn't even been 24 hours since I've been here, and you're already on your shit. Like why? Like, do you not understand like common shit that you have to go through if you're taking a flight and have bags and have to fucking stay somewhere?
Has she ever been on a plane?
Probably fucking not.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound like it.
So that was one thing. That's when I realized like I don't think I want to be in this relationship because like not only that, when she was mad, she would always get disrespectful, like call me a bitch. Like I'm kicking it right now.
Oh, you're lucky,
like,
man.
Right now it's 9. Say it was like 1 a.m. in the morning right now. We're doing this.
Imagine if you had a kid with her, bro.
I would kill myself.
Think about how shitty your life would be.
I would kill myself.
I know somebody like that who's in a situation right now.
I'm not a suicidal person, but I would jump off a fucking bridge.
The Golden
I
Gate.
did not want to have to live with that fucking woman in the back of my ear for 18 plus fucking years.
granted though, like when we're us as men, when we're in that position, like yes, it is very difficult and very onto our mental health. But at the same time, you're there for the child.
Oh yeah, of course. I will definitely do that.
Yeah. But fuck that.
But if you jump off a bridge, you won't be.
That is true.
Your life's gonna be a living hell, bro.
And all she wanted was, I'm not waiting until you're ready to get married. Blah, blah, blah. 'Cause I was telling her, trying to get married, like when I'm like, at least over the age of 25. Over the age of 25, I'll be down to get married.
Oh, that's Muriel.
What's up, Muriel?
I brought alcohol.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Ooh, oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Where's the Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
Over the age of
Malibu?
25,
Yeah, dog.
I'll be
Good.
more than
Hi,
happy to
there's
be
a
married.
fridge down
Right
here if you
now,
want to toss
I'm
in the
young.
freezer.
I didn't make enough mistakes in my life yet to fully settle down all this shit.
I've been married.
I mean, it's not even just making
You've been
mistakes.
married?
You're young.
Yeah, my
And
man.
you're trying to have fun.
Ben, that's the key
There's
word.
Trying to
nothing
have
wrong.
fun. And like I said, mistakes. Like when you're young, you make mistakes that you shouldn't make whenever you're older. Like you live and you learn. So
Yeah.
dumb shit like
Yeah, but some of them are long-lasting
that is
mistakes.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I don't know. So I got married at 18.
I got married at 23.
But for me, it's like I don't really look at it as a mistake because I feel like I wouldn't be the same person I was today.
So it's not necessarily a
experience.
mistake. It's you learn from that experience.
It's like-
yeah,
I
With
mean,
my ex, now I learned what I actually want in a woman. Not
yeah, which is a goth girl.
Maybe. I want to fuck one. I don't want to be with one. I just want to fuck one.
How do you know?
I mean, they could be really cool.
That is
You
true.
never
Or
know.
they could be
man.
really
Yeah.
crazy.
Who
there's
never
like
know?
5 stages of doctors.
You're
So
right.
I figure out which one. You
Yeah.
want.
Thank you.
Hey, that's,
You know we have the same kind of cursive.
it's hard.
What if they all both had the same fucking like same
Tattoo.
tattoo? Now
Yeah,
I would lose my shit.
We're
A
I'd leave.
buddy of mine in Hawaii actually had the same tattoo as me. This one right here.
That's
Oh, so do you guys
Oh
have
my
sex
God.
often?
Granted, we are on a boat together 12 hours in the middle of the night.
You're still
Oh.
dating?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you- hey, are you
Latinas
still
be
Huh?
You're still in the Navy?
Who, him?
Yeah, I'm over at Pearl Harbor.
Oh shit! My dad used to work. He's a contractor.
Nice.
Yeah, there it
What's
is.
your rank?
I am a
That's a
MA.
good one.
I
Okay.
do, you know, like the fast boats that do security in the harbors.
Yeah, I have a couple friends that work on the York Town.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
You have a lot of fun doing that shit, huh?
Never.
A lot of stress,
A lot of stress.
but overall, it's not a bad gig.
Okay.
You guys want to play tag?
Tag. No, I mean we'll chase the bunny sometimes. Or chase the rabbit?
Yeah, that's what it is normally. That's what my friends do.
But so chase the rabbit is basically you have a person that goes full stick on a boat,
Mhm.
and you follow them, and they'll sit here and try and wake you out and stuff, and you basically try to match their paces.
Oh.
I love what you
It's
guys
like
do with our
training.
taxpayer money, man.
Well, I sleep there.
Nothing beats.
Oh,
how
dude,
much,
me too.
nothing beats how much.
Oh
money
no,
it
I don't
costs.
sleep. I pray.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We pray.
How much does
We're
it
not
cost?
allowed to sleep at the shipyard.
right.
You gotta pray. Okay.
How much does it cost to fly a 22 once? 122. It's like what?
Millions.
It's like
Shit
50.
is ridiculous.
It's like 50 grand in fucking just fuel alone.
Yeah.
To get the thing to take off.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
So you
you.
burn literally one flight, they'll come back damn near empty.
Yeah.
For a 30-minute flight, mind you, like 30 to 45 minute.
These
flight,
motherfuckers are going balls to the wall the entire time they're up in the sky.
How many
would too.
dicks do they draw in the air?
And that brings me to my last point. One thing I want to bring up. Have you all heard of Sky King? I know I talked about it before the podcast. Sky King. I know I brought it up to you 4 or you 3. Do you know who Sky King is? Do you know who Sky King is? So there's this guy in Washington out of Seattle back in 2018. He taxied an aircraft out, pulled his tug away, hopped in the aircraft, and then flew it around as his last hurrah before he actually crashed the entire plane and killed himself.
Yeah, there's a video out there.
Driving boats.
Yeah, so he basically, on the thing, he says, I'm just a regular guy with a couple of screws loose. Or I'm a regular broken guy with a couple of screws loose. I didn't realize it until now. And he was up in the sky, thousands of feet above the ground, in a commercial airliner doing all these backflips and everything like
Some
that.
GTA shit.
Yeah, straight out of GTA. He literally says in the voice comms.
Yeah. Because I remember,
I've played
this.
video games before.
Yeah.
And
This
he-
happened in like what, 18?
18,
Yeah.
yeah. He
I
was
remember that
flying
shit
his
on the
plane.
news, man.
Somebody
He did
does
like
that,
a-
like this
what,
year.
like a
Not really
backflip?
film shows, but
Was it?
You crash the plane.
Yeah, he did a backflip in this commercial airliner, and they call him Sky King because his last hurrah, because he was in a tough spot, and his company was going under, and all this other stuff. He fucking hijacked the plane, and
Like even the
Were
air
people on
traffic
the plane?
controllers
no,
were like,
nobody was on the plane. They're like, "Hey man, the air traffic controllers." They were like, "Yeah, you're right, Chris." They were like, "You can land it, man. It's okay." He's like, "Oh, this is life in prison for a guy like me, huh? Isn't it?" And he fucking just flew it right into the ground.
well, they were even saying like, not gonna lie, that was really impressive.
Yeah, they were-
but
they were
please
impressed.
land the plane and stuff. And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
ended up killing himself.
So yeah, he ended up ending his own life. So if you haven't looked it up, look it up. Sky King, definitely an intriguing thing to look into.
Yeah.
Kit just sent me a text.
Yeah.
It's a news article that states transgender inmate impregnates 2 females in prison, transferred to another facility.
I saw that.
Man, crazy how that works, right?
Wow, wait. Can we add to that? Because, like.
Oh no, we're gonna go
There's
into
nothing
it.
to add.
Oh, there's something to add.
And
He must have sneezed.
balls to the wall like that inmate did.
So so this was a transgender
Never mind.
who claimed to be a woman and just Got two women
It's insane.
pregnant.
Wow.
How amazing is that?
That's wild.
Crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wait a second.
Where's your boy at?
Cool.
The other one.
He went home.
What?
He's dealing with some shit.
He's dealing with some. Yeah.
With blowing up Z shit?
Nah. Izzy's been gone. You got to be RZ now.
Yeah, you told me that.
So FRS.
Basically the same thing.
Mhm.
So is that the goal, Shay? Take a pull out of that fucking Crown Peach then.
I think I'm scared, bro.
You were at Night Moves?
I was.
Yes.
How was
It wasn't as fun. I think it's because I went later, but even if it wasn't as good as like the previous one that all of us were at. It wasn't as good as that one.
That was the previous one?
Yeah.
Man, the last one when we were
It
all
was
there.
cool. Don't get me wrong, it was cool,
It
but
was like,
only 2 levels were filled.
it was a
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The one that we went to where your oil, when you're talking about the one where
Yeah,
your oil pan
when
blew
the oil
out?
pan was fucked, literally every
Man.
single level was packed with cars that night. It was beautiful.
He's
This-
damn nice. To be
It was
honest,
amazing.
that shit was disappointing.
Really?
Tonight was?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
tonight was
so
really disappointing.
good news for you guys. The guys who run Sumo Speed are watching.
The show was disappointing.
Was it
It
really?
was just. It just.
Are you gonna be going? Are you guys gonna be attending the event? What, 17th, right?
So, is that
I'm not gonna be in town.
For Beach Bash, right?
Oh, you're
Beach
talking
Bash?
about
You're not gonna be in
Beach
town for Beach Bash?
Is it Beach Bash?
I'm not gonna be.
Oh, wait, no, that's whenever
Oh, I'm
we're
going.
going to.
Alright,
I'm
you're taking
totally
it?
going.
Yeah.
I'm taking Alexis. Hell yeah.
I'm taking the soft, bro.
What is Beach Bash?
We're gonna be mobbing.
You guys are gonna be there, y'all too.
Yeah. So you're gonna be solo, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So you're
Solo
gonna be-
dolo.
I'm gonna be in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, for a football game.
Yeah, Bengals and Cowboys.
Your white trash is showing.
Fuck you. my boss at my other job bought tickets for me and him and 4 other guys, flights and tickets and hotel.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Sunday night
Now
when
you
we
guys-
got back from Jersey,
Yeah.
I went to his house for the fantasy football draft.
How was that? Where
Oh, it went great. My draft went great, and then afterwards we were partying pretty hard. And then
Oh, there
next
it
thing
is.
you know,
Infamous Dr. Peppers are coming out.
next thing you know, he's buying tickets to go see the Cowboys and Bengals in Texas.
My
Oh, I'll
ex
be down.
was in love with Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's-
She loved it. She drank it like every fucking second of the day.
So
There's
when I
nothing
got
else that she
here,
drank.
Yeah.
my buddy CT,
That's why.
he
That's why.
he got me into Cheerwine
That's pretty good.
because I never heard of that shit at all.
That's a
And
North
I,
Carolina thing.
yeah, and I was like, Cheerwine, is that like so? Is that like a Moscato? Is that a red or a white? No, fucker, it's a soda. And we go over to I forget what the restaurant is here. It's like a fast food place. And must have drank B12, Dr. Pepper's, Forrest. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I mean, I still prefer Dr. Pepper, like Mountain Dew and stuff, but
Yeah, cherry wine is great.
Now,
it's pretty good.
now you drink that a lot, I assume. Okay, so
They are people like my friends over the years have been surprised I'm not a diabetic yet.
Jesus.
I've actually heard that Dr. Pepper in another form is supposed to be drank like coffee.
This motherfucker heated that shit up one day.
What?
He boiled it.
No, it's actually
No,
really
it's
good.
like
No, I'm not. No, bro. He was like, I read online it's supposed to be drank at a temperature like such and such, 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Why? So it coats your throat and fucking.
Did you get this off of TikTok, Tyler?
bro, you remember Wise
I don't
Kids, you
remember.
know?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huh?
So there's I think it was another group at that time. They did a skit about pot of hot Kool-Aid,
Wow.
where he put Kool-Aid as if he made it into coffee, and he ended up selling it like at the street corner, like his fucking lemonade stand. But that's what it reminded me of.
No, yeah. I actually tried it. It was actually really good. I liked it.
Well,
It was mid.
I think Dr. Pepper back in the day used to be a medicine.
Yeah, it used to be a medicine.
Yeah.
If
Back
you
when
think about it.
Coca-Cola actually had cocaine in it.
Right. So-
Yeah.
That brings me to this.
But yeah, Maz is getting back.
Hold on.
Oh shit.
We're on a podcast, Shay.
Sorry.
Is Dr. Pepper supposed to be drank like coffee?
No.
No,
It's supposed to be
I
drank cold, like they sell it in fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah.
I can't tell
Is it
you.
But what if you put like creamer in it? You know what I'm saying?
No.
You make it a coffee.
then you might as well just have
If
cream
anything,
soda.
if anything, I'll say the closest thing to that would be like root beer or some shit.
Yeah, cream soda.
Like cream
Okay.
soda.
Yeah.
That's more understandable. Dr. Pepper.
This motherfucker right now, you got that off of TikTok,
It
bro.
was good.
Hey, check this
I
out. You
promise.
want to hear a stupid TikTok that me and my son did one time? He saw somebody take a fucking egg and coat it in toothpaste
Dr. Pepper's cream soda.
and then put it on the counter and cover it up with like a paper towel or some shit. And then the next day, it's supposed to be like all rubbery and jelly and shit, like a fucking stress ball or some shit. So we did that shit.
This is always fake.
Yo, I fucking took the toilet paper off and I picked up the thing. I'm like, man, god damn it. I got toothpaste all over my fucking hands again. I was
It
mad.
was still hard as fuck.
It was a fucking egg coated in toothpaste the next day.
That's it.
So you can't buy everything, Tyler. All right.
Right.
You're not gonna
I wouldn't
boil
buy
Dr.
that.
Pepper, bro.
If you like, let's say if you want to try something like that, like you know how in some like state fairs they have like fried Kool-Aid or something like that.
What?
Fried Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Time the fuck
At least
out.
in I know
Yeah,
in some
wait.
state fairs in Oklahoma they do that.
We've done fried Oreos and all that
Right.
bullshit. Fried Kool-Aid. How do you do that? I've had fried ice cream. Y'all had that?
I would assume it's.
I have not.
Fried Kool-Aid, that's a liquid. So
How
what
do
do
you
they do?
fry ice cream?
You just coat it.
I guess you just,
fry it
like-
for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I guess you like
It's just
What the
crunchy
fuck?
on the outside and creamy ice cream on the inside.
Like,
I need to
make
try
it
that.
small,
It's really good.
Freeze
The
the
heat
shit
doesn't get to it fast enough.
and just fucking freeze it.
Fried Dr.
Fried
No,
or something.
Fried Kool-Aid. So
Yeah.
how do you do that with liquid?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd have to look that up because I
That
have
shit
no idea
really
how to do
fucking
it. 'Cause
hot.
Fried Kool-Aid, dog.
Dr. Pepper and cream is fire.
Who said that?
Kid.
Kit. Bye, Kit. You're going to be removed from the family. I'm just kidding. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Oh, so while we're here talking about future guests and whatnot,
Yeah.
next week we got a banger. Next week we have Sean Hood from FM 99 joining the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be wonderful. We can't wait to have him on.
It's gonna be huge.
It's going to be.
Really.
It's going to be really big. Look at these hands. These hands are massive hands. Ted Cruz's hands have not. Anyways,
He's incredible. They've all told me this. He's super incredible.
yes, super incredible hands. So yeah, we're pretty excited to have Sean Hood next week.
Yes.
And then we might also have a special guest joining that podcast as well. The great and powerful Diana Diamond will possibly make an appearance. She is in
Right.
town
Super
from,
cool chick. I
from
enjoyed it.
Florida. Yeah, she's a great model. I mean,
Yeah.
she's awesome. She's really like down to earth, like a straight up person. You know, like we've dealt with models before where you're talking to them and it's like they're not fucking there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like really annoying. But yeah, next week's gonna be a banger. Chris is gonna join us again next week too.
Yeah, Chris will be here next week.
Hopefully Tanner will be here next week too.
I will.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Any other talking points? Anyone
No,
want?
I think we covered it all. Sky King, look him up on YouTube. Sky King.
Yep.
No, bro, I'm
Sky
telling you, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, I
You know,
believe it.
on Instagram-
I watched the news shit when it happened. I
Yeah,
remember
did
that.
you hear the audio clips? It's just
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. And
Hit Chris up with on his Instagram. Check out his photography, all that stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Creed's
Good.
Creations.
Yep.
Creed's
It's in the
Creations.
description and
As soon as
YouTube here.
Bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good shit though.
It's really great shit.
Um,
It's not shit. It's actually really great creations from Creed's Creations.
exactly.
But thank you for tuning in. Tell somebody you
Yeah.
You love
We'll
them?
see y'all next week. Tell somebody you love them. It's very important. Y'all have a good night.
have a good night.
All right.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.